Take 3.
Yeah, this is take 3. I just thought about something, and no, I can't have. We have new audiences, so
What is that?
Zoe shook. That's what it means. It means she's shook.
It does.
What community member reached out to you in the last 2 weeks and said they love the podcast? I want to know.
Think about it. We have new audiences, so we're gonna keep everything as clean as possible. Okay, I'm gonna try. After source says
this is actually good content. You should just fucking keep it in. Honestly,
you
should keep that shit.
This is where we're starting right here. But anyways, everyone. We have a guest. This has been take 3. We've actually tried to do this 3 times.
Third time's the
charm. Let's get through. Yeah, third time charm. Welcome to episode 7, season 4 of the Relentless Diaries. I'm your main host, Zoe. We have a guest here, the lovely Jephina.
Thank you for having me.
And we're here with the boys.
See, it's not even natural now.
Yeah, it's not.
It's take 3. I'm not even doing my intro again. You guys know me. It's Trezor.
Gladys Smith, I'm here. We're all here.
I had to think about the new audiences that I've developed over the last 2 weeks, and I need to just make sure that, we're being intact.
In the last 2
What do you mean by that?
I will explain. I just have a group of people that are now aware I have a podcast.
What group of people?
Just people that...
What's the group?
The group is like corporate.
Oh, shit, your job found out.
Damn.
Maybe. So,
the post-work drink people found out about the podcast.
They did.
That's
Shout
scary.
out to my job. It is scary. But honestly, they were very they enjoy it and they like it. So, but
Your job enjoys hearing you talk about getting your ass eaten?
Oh, my
Is this what we're talking about?
God. Oh, my God.
That's not very corporate of you.
What's wrong with you? First of all, that's my personal business. Okay? That has nothing to do with them. But I don't even know why you would even bring that up. That's nothing. I don't talk about that. First, you love talking about me getting my ass ate more than I like talking about
bring
me
that
getting
up?
You guys both talk about each other's
He
ass.
talks about my ass getting eat when I talk about my ass getting eat.
That's cap.
But you also be just chastising him because he doesn't like
yeah,
his
then
ass
you keep
out.
getting at me because I don't eat ass and I don't like girls seeing my ass.
First of all, the seeing your ass is just...
You both be on each other's ass.
He be on my ass more than I'm on my own ass.
That's not true.
For sure. Every time you bring up ass eating and it's about me getting my ass eaten, I don't get my ass eaten anymore. I'm past.
So you stopped.
What, it's out of style?
No, so sometimes, some men just don't want to do it.
I feel that.
And
I understand completely.
So I'm not going to force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. So I have passed that stage in my life. I'm glad it happened.
What about you?
You see how I stayed quiet the whole time? I have nothing to input in this conversation.
You've never had it done? You definitely have. You look like you've had it done.
The things that you were
you know what?
vulnerable
Let's
about
just run
on
with
your
that.
YouTube channel, and we're gonna gloss
I
over
want to
ass
run
eating.
with that. Whatever people think of me, they're gonna think of me, right?
Oh,
so
and
whatever.
they think some things of you.
Listen.
I looked at the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to get into it right now.
We're gonna jump right into it.
I think we might
y'all
as
said
well.
the hot seat, like you guys meant right away.
Yeah.
Cool.
I might as well, sorry, this
Gotcha.
pillow is so uncomfortable. I don't know what to do with it. Anyways, so you have a YouTube video called is it co-parenting truth or drink?
Truth or drink, yep.
Right. And you sit down with your ex and father of your son. He's very cute, by the way. I love the picture in there. What? Her son is cute, not the baby father. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's
Are
right.
you guys okay in the brain?
I feel you. I know what you meant.
I literally said, and your son, he's so
Anybody
cute,
else?
by the way.
You know what? No, fine.
I know what you meant. No, I'm on
I'm
your
not
side.
crazy. I know I'm not
You're on
crazy.
my side.
I'm on
Thank
your
you,
side.
Tresor.
I know what you
You
meant.
just talk about your ex or your son? What do you
What did
think?
I think?
Yeah.
Both work.
Oh,
Both
no,
work.
I'm talking about her
Both
son.
She's on my side.
Anyways, I'm talking about her son. It's so cute. But I watched the video. Okay. First of all,
Are you about to cry?
no. I'm about to. That's like, where do I start?
Oh.
To me, it's like, first of all, I commend you for sitting down with a man who clearly has hurt you before. Because I don't think I am. Like, I don't know. First of all, was it closure for you to do that video? Because that's like 21,000 views on YouTube. So it's gotten around. Was that like a part of like closure? Or was
And it
more
should have more. I sent it to Shade Room and they liked it. And I don't know why they didn't post it, but I was doing some work on the back end.
I feel you. Okay, marketing director.
That's a real friend right
That's
there.
real.
That's a real friend right
Facts.
there. Come on.
I don't know if you would have been ready for those Shade Room comments if they.
At this point, it would have just been more heat, but it was hot regardless. You know what I mean? One comment or 1,000 or overall is over 1 million views on amongst all platforms. Yeah, it's well over 1 million views. It's like I got a lot of heat.
So what? Okay, what kind of like I'm not gonna say possessed you, but what what like was like, okay, I
Yeah.
want to do this with, you know, my ex.
I think it's something. Okay, so I mean, I'll reintroduce that, right? What I do, I have a show. It's really an experience called the Park Car Conversation. You ever been in a car and had a really deep talk with somebody?
Definitely.
Right, I mean, bun weed. So sometimes I'm just like fucking high in a car, and I've had some of the deepest talks.
Oh,
I've
you
ever
mean
had.
like platonic?
Yeah, platonic for sure.
You okay?
Yeah,
What's going on?
I've
Yeah, no. There's two different types. Like, there's the platonic, like you're
Yeah,
sitting
but-
in the car with your friends talking, and then there's like the small talk before you get to the shucky ducky. You know?
You're way too old to be fucking in cars. But we'll talk about that when we get to the way too old conversation. But anyways, go ahead.
Anyways, Trezor. Yeah, like it's just one of those things, right? Real conversations kind of like fuel the way my life works. Like
Okay.
I feel better when I have these type of conversations, right? And so it's something relevant. Like we're not the first and last baby mother, baby father. Unfortunately, someone said that to me one day. They're just like, honestly, you're not the first, you're not the last. I'm like, that's true. So if someone else can take something from the video, because it's real life, like it's not scripted, like that's my real life, you know?
Absolutely.
There's a lot on the line there, you know? Even people being, you know, beyond vulnerable for people to know who you are. But if somebody out there who's going to be a co-parent can take something from it and be better, that's really like why I did it. Like, for the greater mission of like people just being a better version of you. Like that's the whole thing that my brand stands behind. Like everything I put out there is just like I'm learning along the way. Y'all learn too. If I could put it out there and you take something from it, cool. Like that's enough for me, right?
Yeah.
So that was like the main reason why I put it out.
And whose idea was it to do that video?
That was for sure me.
Yeah. And how
For
much
sure. But so, okay,
convincing
so
did it
I
take
wanna
for
cl-
him to be
I want to
involved?
put this out there, right? Like everything that we're describing, like my son is going to be 5 in 2 months, 3 months. This was 6 years ago. So like me, like I'm at the end of my 20s now. When I had my kid, I was 23 pregnant. So there's been a big gap. Like, I don't know about y'all. I'm realistic, okay? In like 4 years, your life can drastically change. Call it 2. Even call it 1 sometimes, right? So I have no problem talking about like back then to now,
Yeah.
you know?
And was it, sorry, go ahead, Clyde.
Actually, no. You
And like for
We'll get
me,
to
it's
that.
like I don't know if I believe in closure anymore. Like I've read things about like, you know, closure can be a myth
scam.
and, you know, it can be a scam and closures
A scam?
within.
I've
you
never
don't
heard that.
really, yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
closure
more
can be
like
a
you're
scam.
convincing yourself that you need this conversation more than you actually do. Right? So people are saying that closure is within.
I want to add something. I feel like that was really more for the good, but like for Stefan, which is my son's dad, right?
Right.
Men don't get an option to really speak out. Like,
That is
if you
true.
see the way I'm getting flamed, like there's men who are like triggered by their own situations. Some of them are just angry. Some of them are just sour, you know, behind the computer screen. But nonetheless, right? There's a lot of men who are triggered because they've been in similar situations. Like, women are not exempt from that being. Like, I'm sure I'm not being oblivious here. We've all known, you know? And
A woman that holds himself accountable. We'd love to see it. Hit the clap. Because,
Because
you know, we don't get a lot of that on this podcast.
You just gotta grow in life, right? So I think it was important because, and I really honestly after, I guess this is the first time I'm really talking about it after, like my son's dad, I feel like has had a huge like lift off of his shoulders. You know, like he feels like, like finally, you know, people probably thought I was a piece of shit. Like he has piece of shit ways. Like he knows I'll say that, right? But like he's not a piece of shit, you know, and people would just assume you're the man. You see this girl with a baby all the time. She has a kid. Like, where are you? You're ain't shit, da-da-da-da. When really, like, you know, he's human, right? There's a lot of emotions into it. That's the reason why people co-parent, because your history has been fucked up at some point, right? Like, let's just be realistic here, right? So I think it was freeing for me to have him be free of that, right? Because fuck, co-parenting isn't... Can I swear on this show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let me make sure. But, like, you know, it's had its very hard times. And when it's hard, you know? So it was freeing. It was good. It was more for him for anything.
Speaking of being a piece of shit,
Yeah.
is it the lying or the deceit or the rush that makes cheating so funny?
To the audience or to the person?
I mean, I don't co-sign that. It's not funny.
I'm being a little facetious. There is a very vulnerable moment in your video where he was talking about the cheating aspect and you were laughing, and I just thought
Yo,
that
okay,
was
no,
He
let
said,
me
is it
address that.
funny that you cheat
so
on
what's, so yeah, just what's so fucking
Let's-
funny about cheating?
She's one of those people. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys.
No. From my friend. This is my friend. This is my real-time friend, eh? I want to hear from you.
She
Yeah.
laughs in uncomfortable situations.
Thank you.
So
Already
like,
knows.
I feel like a lot of people thought she was laughing at him.
No, you clarified right after, and that's kind of why I like that moment, because it was such a human reaction that you had.
Let me just put it out there, okay, y'all? I am in therapy for that reason, because let me. I mean, that's just one of the few things that I want to actually address, because it's just like, Stu, people are just like, yo, why are you laughing at my face? Like, is this funny to you? I understand the emotion. Like, is this a joke? This is not a joke thing. Like, what are you doing, right? And
you just keep laughing.
Yo, I'm doing it right now. Like, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, it's just how I roll the punches. It's kind of very avoidance, you know, when you go through therapy things, it's deeper. So it's an avoidance mechanism.
Because I won't lie. Beginning, like, I would say maybe like 15 minutes in, I was on your side hard. I was like, yo, I'm like, fuck this nigga. And my thing about me is I commend you because I'm forgiving, but I have a very, very, very hard time of forgetting. Yeah. And I have a very, very, very hard time. Like, I can't forget, and then I pull myself back to how I felt in that moment.
Are you a Scorpio?
No, I'm a Cancer.
Oh, so here you go with the horoscope business, bro.
I'm very sensitive on the inside.
Stop the noise. I don't want to hear it.
I'm a Scorpio. What does that mean?
We hold grudges, apparently.
Yeah,
You're
so Cancers have a hard shell.
Look, we just bonded, okay? There's no Scorpios. I want y'all to know, okay? Anyways.
Yeah, Cancers have a hard shell but a soft interior. That's where no. So I get hurt. Like when I get hurt, I get hurt. Like I get upset. So like I don't know if I would have the. I don't care if it was like. There's some people who did shit to me like 5, and you still can't talk to me. Like I remember what you did. I'm over it, but I still will not crack to you. So
I'm not like that at all.
I commend you for being able to sit there, especially when you're talking about like how he treated you during your pregnancy. Mm-hmm. Like to me, I've never been pregnant. I want to have kids one day, but like I think pregnancy is so sacred. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you should be. I remember I tweeted, like, and it ended up on the fucking shade room everywhere. I tweeted, I'm like, bro, if the man I have a baby for or get pregnant for doesn't worship the ground I walk on, I'm not doing it.
Then it's.
Yeah, because okay.
I love that you just did the motion and everybody knew what he meant. Though.
Yeah, I didn't even say nothing. Like,
I'm just saying. I just think pregnancy is so sacred, and like you should be like you're literally giving. Like we are like literally growing. No,
my body's the most
a human inside of us. Like
that's crazy. Yo, I'm so glad I'm not a girl.
Our vaginas expand 10 centimeters. Our feet get big. Our noses get big. We pee every 30 seconds.
You'll lose teeth.
You know what I'm saying? You have risk of dying. Like you literally have a risk of dying.
Lose.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You lost teeth?
Me no. I lose teeth. Not me.
Yeah. So.
Might lose a little hair though. The hair thing
yeah,
is a real
your
thing.
edges can disappear.
Your edges disappear. My edges fucking disappear. After I had my kid, I was pissed.
Yeah.
The whole front of my hair broke, literally. It was a tough time.
Yeah. Did it grow back or like?
We moved.
Well, yeah, look at her edges now. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it was more.
My edges are cute. Put some respect.
Every light-skinned girls have big foreheads. I don't know if it was more.
Mine's is not big.
Mine's literally 4.
Yours actually isn't that big.
Solid 4.
Yours actually is not for a light skin. Your forehead's not.
For
big.
a light skin. Oh my
god.
What? It's true.
You guys would consider me light skin? Is that like,
come on?
Well, you're not dark skin.
No, sometimes I don't even refer to me as like a light skin. Like I don't know, Blasian.
What else? I just
use the word
Blasian is light skin too.
I feel like light skin.
There are some dark skin Blasians.
That is true.
There are some dark skin Blasians,
but not in this case.
No, you are very light skin.
Yeah, I'm fair skin. Shout out to my dudes.
Like you're wearing nude and it's blending.
It's even darker than you.
It's neutral.
The nude is darker than you.
It's darker than me. Tech time. I'm gonna go on vacay just now. I just came back and I lost my tan very fast.
God.
Yeah, you were jumping around Trinidad and Guyana for like a month.
It
shaking Nyash at Carnival.
I was at Carnival for.
We'll get into Carnival too. Mm-hmm. We'll get into Carnival too. But yeah, it's just so I was on your side up, you know, the pregnancy and all that stuff, and then
we were talking about this.
Yes,
cheating.
Yeah, and then he got to the part where he said that you cheated on him,
and then
I was like,
drops.
girl, because I also hate cheaters, and I've never cheated, but you say you still cheat. Or you cheated even after.
Yeah, and after.
Now imagine, I was there at this shoot. I was behind the camera with my popcorn because this was amazing. This was by far the best content I've ever seen.
So, like, are you addicted to cheating?
No. Like, they're like, remember, this came 6 years ago.
But you still cheat though.
No.
So when's the last time you cheated?
Play the drop.
I feel like those specifics, like the world doesn't need to know that. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like,
because he's listening.
I mean, if he tunes into the podcast, like, if he tunes into this podcast, but it's something that's like openly discussed and like known and shit, right? Like,
right.
It's been some years. I'll tell you that. It's been years.
It's been years since you've cheated. Okay.
I haven't been in a relationship in years. right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But last relationship, you did cheat, though.
It was a situation that just, I guess to some people.
So, like,
you know what? I'm gonna full stop. Just stop that. Like, yeah, cheating is cheating, right? Like,
yeah.
I know better now. Like, if I'm not ready to be in a relationship,
You're not
I'm just not gonna do it, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, it's something relevant. Some people don't know how to do that. Some people are just in relationships and going with the flow and catch chemistry and things. Like, just take time, you know. Like,
there's nothing wrong with taking time.
You just believe in growth. Full stop. You know what I mean? So wherever I'm at this journey, like, but yeah, it did happen after that.
Do you think what led you to cheat was because you feel like you didn't take that time to get into a relationship?
No, so there's actually a part 2. I'll let that be known, right? So there's a part 2 out. It's actually like the formal part out. 2, but isn't out that we filmed.
Oh, the next.
Right. Okay. There's more to come, right? It was just hot. So they were just like, just again, #tech time, right?
Yeah.
So the part 2 that came out, like I explained why more. Like I was 22 years old.
Which is young.
I had to go. I was like attending a Seventh-day Adventist church with my son's father, right?
Ooh, Seventh-day Adventist is tough.
I had to read the Bible. I had to honor the Sabbath, Friday, Saturday. There were certain people I couldn't hang out with. There were certain places I couldn't go back to. I went to Trinidad Carnival. For the first time ever, 2017, I had the best time of my life.
Jump up and wave.
And that's...
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay, so you were super religious.
No,
like,
I was...
Or you were practicing
just,
because your ex was super religious.
Yeah, and I commend... In the video, I commend him. At 22 years old, like, he was just like, being disciplined. He wanted to get married. He wanted to, like, God has to be the center. I still believe that. But I guess at that age, I wasn't ready to, like, be mature enough to accept, like, God in my life. Like
For sure, it's hard.
You know what I mean? But, like, after, we read Bible study in church. Like, you know what I mean? There were certain things. And obviously, if you guys know me, you know me. When I first met I explained this, right? When I first met him, I was in Japan and Korea. Love to travel, right? And I didn't have access to weed. And he doesn't like girls that smoke weed. When I came back to listen, like, I know I didn't smoke weed when you first met me, but if you know me, you know me. I'm born weed. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not anything new. And so it was like a riff. 23 years old, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this is relevant.
So you're breaking Amish, basically, but, like, breaking your relationship,
Yeah, and destructive. I'm saying, like, it's not okay to think, but, like, pass the tool on. Like, if you know that you can't give somebody the level that they want, like, you gotta go.
So Carnival was, like, the straw that broke the camel's back.
I have gone to Carnival. I've been to Carnival. I just came back from Carnival. I still go to Carnival, right? We can talk about that later when we actually want to talk about Carnival. Yeah. I'll tell you guys about it because it's different now. Experiencing it at 29 is different than when I was younger, right? But, like, back in the day, yeah, like, it was a joyous time. Like, I'm Caribbean, right? Both my parents are from the Caribbean.
Right.
It's a time. And so, yeah, I came back, and then I just felt very restricted. Like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, this is military. Like, I'm 23 years old. Like, this is military. I do not want to be doing this. And instead of being like, I cannot do this, I just didn't have the proper tools. Bada boom, bada bing. And then that happened, right? So I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is, like, people could take something from that, Even though sometimes, like, I still didn't learn the lesson after, right? Clearly, everyone's looking at me like, bitch, like, come on, the second time. then what was that? Sorry, I'm excited about this one because passionate, And so I would just honestly say that I'm actually in therapy to go figure that out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I avoid shit. It's just like, move it on.
Religion can be difficult because my dad's side of the family is Seventh-day Adventist. And I've spoken about this on the podcast before with, like, my aunt who was, like, super religious, all that stuff. And I have cousins who, like, when we were younger, they were more like, their parents were more strict, like, Sabbath, church, Saturdays, can't eat pork, can't eat shrimp, all that stuff, like, super strict. And when they got older, they kind of had that moment, like, like, this is not it. Like, I kind of want to experience more. And they kind of had that, like, breakout moment. So I get it. I'm a little bit more on your side now. Because before I was like, damn, sis.
I'm still, like, you have to understand, too, like, and it's just, like, that side. Like, most of my brethren and my girl, trust me, the gal them hit me up after that episode dropped. And they were just like, why the fuck didn't you speak more?
Yes!
Like, you see, like, but, like, there's some girls that hit me up. They're like, I can tell that was one-sided.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to blast my son's dad. Like, just putting on the record, like, we're cordial as fuck, right? Like, he comes to my family party.
Well, you have to be cordial to do that.
Yeah, we're like about to be 5 years in, 6 years, really, like, we're cool, right? But yeah, like I was very keep it calm. Like this is your time. Like I know the truth. I don't get anything out of it if I'm. But you did this. But you did this. Like that's how it always happens.
Right.
Like co-parenting. Like hello. Like you know, it's like what do we get out of that? So it's like yo, you speak your truth. I know the truth. Right. I know the truth, and you know the truth. You know the truth. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was very
I feel like you definitely could have went in more. And that's why I said I commend you because I would have lit that whole studio on fire.
You would have lit that bitch on fire.
I would have lit the whole studio on fire.
I'm half an hour into meeting Zoe. You would have lit that bitch on fire.
Like I would have been like, hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on.
Fuck you would.
I would have brought up examples like, yo, do you not remember when I was, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, I commend you. And also there was a part where you were like, I'm adult enough to, you know, like respect that or whatever. Do you think when people say like I'm adult enough, it means like are you suppressing your emotions to feel like you're adult enough to, you know, have this conversation? Or I'm adult enough to, you know, hear where you're coming from? Like, do you feel like you have to suppress a part of yourself to say like, oh, I'm adult enough to do this?
No, because I'm really like that.
Yeah.
How that's the coolest thing ever. I always say it. The best thing is I show up as me. Like what you see online, like I'm really like that.
Facts.
Whether I'm showing you guys that I fucked up, I've done this. Like, you know, my life has been crazy. Like, I've seen a lot of crazy shit. And bits and pieces that I learn, I'll, like, talk about it. So, I mean, no. It's just how I am as a person.
Would you guys do a sit-down video with one of your exes like that?
No.
Like the ex that you had the craziest time with. Would you guys do that?
No.
Would you?
Because no, what are we talking about for real? Like, what are we talking about? See, I'm already getting defensive and like they're not even here. Like, what are we talking about?
See, for me, it wouldn't even be an ex, but like a situation, and I wouldn't do it either because I don't think that she would.
Situation or ex, I'm not doing it.
I don't think that she would even like. I would like you guys would see a different side of me.
The whole
she wouldn't even
content
like
side of it like is appealing. Like I think if I did that, it would be a great piece of content. I just don't know if I could sacrifice my sanity for it.
For sure.
Word, I'll be looking like a madman.
It's very commendable the video you did because I'm not doing it.
Well, because like you guys have to understand too, right? Like when I say I'm really like that, like I just didn't put that video out there for like clout or like this is what's gonna hit. Let me put that shit out there. It's relatable, right? Yeah. Like. I am really like that. I can be cordial as fuck with my baby father, and it's no problem. It's love. Like, that happened at the time. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. This kid. Doesn't matter. You're part of it, and you're, like, you know, his dad. So, like, there's no love. Like, no love lost. Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a really.
I don't really care.
I think that's the dopest part about it, like the authenticity. I think everybody now is trying to do podcasts and these vlogs and try and show the real side of them and show vulnerability and everything. And you kind of did that like to the fullest extent, you know, like and really did that. So you know, I'll give you a round of applause for that because not everybody's vulnerable. Everybody's fake real out here.
So. No, in a real life, like I really like. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, even the way I speak, I won't change it. Like, you know, I can, whatever the case is, but, like, for political sake, like, if you want to do certain things, you got to present yourself a certain way. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do it, you know?
How long do you think you could sit down with that person before you try to hit them in some way?
I would never try to hit them, but I'm getting, like, I would get visibly upset. Like, she was very calm. Like, the video here, like, you know, like, I can respect that. Like, you know, I can accept that. I get that. You know, you had moments like, oh, like, what did you do? But I would be like, yo, do you not remember on this day when you were with this bitch? I still remember her. Like, I would be like, yo, like, are you insane?
Can I be mixed up for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to hear from the galdom. What were the galdom thinking about Stefan? Because I heard a lot about me. Like, what were you guys, since you said that you can notice I didn't speak a lot, like, what were you thinking?
To me, it was like, I knew that there, like, once he said, like, he admitted to treating you poorly during your pregnancy, I was kind of like, all right, man, like, no. Like, it's just like, and he gave me like very Toronto man energy. Like the way he spoke, everything, I'm like, yo, this nigga's like a real Toronto nigga. Like,
he's from Scarborough.
Yeah, you could just hear it. Like for the first like 10 seconds, I'm like, oh, this nigga's real Toronto nigga. Mm-hmm. But like. And
one thing about her is she's very anti-Toronto, pro-American.
That's not true. That's not true.
What do you mean?
I am pro anything.
People approach me on the street like, oh, you do the podcast that shits on Toronto, man. Like
I definitely don't shit on Toronto.
Big part of the brand.
I don't
shit. I have a completely different, different take.
I don't, but there's definitely a lot of Toronto men who are just like, bro, like it's not. Like I said, I've had definitely more, even in like when I travel to like Europe, like I have different experiences with men just being more chivalrous, and I've said that multiple times.
Because you're with them for 4 days.
But it's not. It's just men on the street. It's not even like men I'm seeing. Like, bro, I literally saw a girl on Snapchat recently. I won't say who it was, but she even like she made a snap. She's like, bro, she was like, this is my first time being out in Toronto in like years, and she was like, why are the men just so like they don't have any manners? Like they're fighting you to get into the booth. Like they're pushing you for alcohol. They don't hold the door. Like it's stuff. It's not about men I'm seeing or dating. It's just like there's just a lack of like chivalry or like manners when it comes to women, and not all men, but some men here, it's weird. And like I said, I can go abroad and I'm like, oh, this man's really holding the door. This man's
like
really
the guy
opening the car door for me.
That was falling off the stage and threw the mic at the girl.
Like I don't know who's that nigga. Is he from here? Where's he from?
I don't know.
Like it's just shit.
I don't want to know.
And I'm sure, like, don't get me wrong.
He has an arm.
That stuff definitely happens in the States. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, people can be shit anywhere. I just saying, like, here it can be very like, I don't know. But regardless of that, I'm not anti-Toronto man. With him, I feel like he genuinely has some hurt. And I also feel like he was kind of still
forgetting we're talking about my baby father in the moment. Like,
that's what you asked. But yeah, I think that he still has some hurt. Yeah. And I think he's over it, but I think he's not over it, if that makes sense.
It doesn't concern me.
That's the type of I feel that. No, I feel that because I be like that in a lot of situations that I've been in as well. Like I don't care, but like if it comes up, I'm gonna get my shit off
for sure. And he definitely got his shit off.
Let me tell you, he got his shit off.
Yeah,
he got his shit off.
Because I don't think you were really.
That was so. Actually, we actually addressed it. Y'all should just go and watch a part 2, okay? JLUECHE. Go there and go watch the video because everything I'm saying, like you'll see it in real time, right? But we addressed that. Like, we got in a big argument
after the video.
No, before the video.
Oh, like right before filming or like a couple days?
Right before filming. Yeah, it was hot. Yeah, it was hot. It was a hard argument.
You could have fooled me because you were calm, cool, and collected.
Like that's how I get over shit. Like, we gonna move on from this?
Ooh.
Is it move on time or you know?
No, my face is sour for days.
No. No time. We scheduled the time to come and do this. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like, you know, I don't pay about my time like that. And we did it, and I addressed it. Like the whole situation.
Yeah.
God. It's a lot of real emotion. You guys have to understand that. I'm gonna stress that. Like that's a real emotion. Like it's my real life. I have a real kid. Like this is all cool. Social media is cool. The brand is cool. Whatever. Like I have a real kid. Like that's my first priority. Like being a good mom is like the best thing in my life for sure, by far. You know. So to put all that stuff out there, it's like it involves a lot of real shit. It's just not pretty, like at all.
Speaking of like what you're saying, it's real shit that you're putting out there, and I feel like this is kind of a devil's advocate sort of question, but like you're saying, your son is 5 years old. He'll be older and. Internet's permanent, you know, it's in ink. Do you have any course of action or like thought process on how you would potentially explain like, you know, the video to him?
No, I think he just sees by example, like the way I live my life. I'm very transparent, even with my kid. You know, like I'm an entrepreneur, so like what I do, he gets to see what I do, and I prefer that than he doesn't like mommy's always out of the house. I don't know what she does. I can tell him anything. Kids believe anything, right? Like he real time sees what I do. You know? And so, yeah, I don't really feel nervous about him in the future being like, oh my God, my business is out there. I mean, he's human.
Yeah.
For me, it was a lot still. Like when that shit went out, like I'm a human. I was like, you're catching the flames. I was like, damn. Because some of them are just haterish, but some of them like it's still true. I'm still a realistic person. Like it's still true what you're saying, you know? But
they'll try and get at you like they know you.
Yeah, but I want him to go through the world with like the same kind of grace that I do. Like I love a lot of people who are fucked up, you know? Like I've seen a lot of things, and so I stand by that. Like just because your parents couldn't guide that, like you should be like, my mom did that. Like, yeah, and that's my dad. Like, you know, we fucking manned up and fucking had a conversation that helped someone along the way. You know, I'd rather him,
so much louder.
The loudest bomb. Oh my God.
You know, so yeah, I'm not worried about Zachariah at all. He's a great kid. I'm his mom. Right. I have full confidence. Yeah, he's gonna have a good understanding of like life and what, you know.
I think it's a good example of grace, like you're saying too.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm on a peaceful vibe today.
Very honestly, you're ending it well. I'm like, yo, she's better than me. This whole time, like, she is better than me, but.
I'm at peace. You know what? I made a piece of content the other day. I never posted it. I looked raggedy, and I speak about that sometimes. Like, fuck it, just post it anyways. I never posted it, right? One time in a parking lot, me and my son were leaving a sushi space. The man took long to reverse. I didn't like zoom past him, but like I left. I heard a loud like honk from a car, right? And I just like stopped the car, and the lady was just like, "You're going too fast." And I just told her, I was like, "Get out of the car." Instant, like, I'm being realistic here. We're talking about road rage, you know what I mean? I was like, "Get out of the car," you know? She ends up winding her window. She drives. My kid's like, "Mom, what happened?" I was just like, "Nothing. A lady was just being like silly, whatever the case is." The other day, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, missed the arrow. You know when you get the advanced green to go left? Like just, it was a busy day, long day. I had my kid and my mom coming from swimming classes. I didn't go. The way the man honked me from behind me, it was disrespectful. You know one of those disrespectful honks?
Yeah, I'd be
like
doing
you have
those.
to page that anyways, just because like I know I was wrong, but like you're just a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those, right? And my mom was like, "Oh my God, like, you know, like the man's gonna pull up to the window." My kid's window is wide open. And I'm just like, honestly, the man could flick me off. The man could do this, whatever the case is. Like, yo, doesn't business to me. I'm going one place, one destination. I'm not screwing up any time. I'm not getting there later because of you. I'm not getting there earlier because of you. You do not have that power over me. I'm at a peace, sir. And I honestly said to my mom in the car, I was like, I love that for me. Because knowing me in the past, like, yo, there's certain things about me that are changing, eh? Because let me tell you, I've had people in the car, I've had madam in the car with me just like, yo, Fina, shut the fuck up because you're not the person that's going to have to come out and do anything.
Oh my gosh, that is a whole topic in itself.
I've learned something. Like, I'm in real life.
Sometimes you have to tell girls, yo, chill. Because if this guy gets cheesed, I'm the one that's going to have to fight him, not you.
That is facts. And I've definitely been told about that before. Like, yo, you need to watch your mouth because, yeah, like, who's punching this guy?
You're not offending that, yeah. And that humbled me. And listen, I said to my mom, like, doesn't matter. Like, peace is that connection of, like, you're either going to let the person have power over you or, like, it doesn't matter what you do. I'm going to where I'm going. I'm taking my kid. I go into my house. I'm going to have the rest of my day as scheduled. You're not fucking it up. You're not making me angry. You're not making me more irritated than I should be. Do whatever. And I love that for me. And you know, thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm just going to share that with y'all. I hope y'all take that. Like, you know, people don't have power over your peace like that.
No, I be getting angry.
Relentless.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
That message was for you.
I know.
I was
I
directing
know.
that shit this way. So
I don't know. I don't know if I just like messiness, but like since I've known Jephina, I've known her in like her positive era. I want to see it a little bit. Like I need to see like the, you know, bring it back to 2012.
Oh God.
I was just graduating high school. That was my graduating year, actually, 2012. Do the math.
I'm not doing the math.
I mean,
Anyways,
you already know how, but like, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not at that stage yet. Maybe one day. Actually, I don't think.
man.
You know what? I won't put that out there. Like, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody to go put out your business. I honestly, strongly, if you don't have like no reason to do it, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it for clout.
So you're saying don't be one of those people that just go on Twitter and be like, yeah, my ex cheated on me and gave me chlamydia and had a baby on me and this is him, and just post his picture.
Yes.
Because I don't get that.
In
Sometimes
like, very straight terms, don't do that.
I don't get that. Like there needs to be a
That's
thing where I
oversharing.
feel like it's social media where people need to learn to take their L's in private.
For sure.
Like everyone does not need to know every bad thing that's happened to you. There are so many things that have happened to me that nobody outside of like my actual circle knows.
Like
the
what?
internet does not need to know things like
Like what?
Like what? Give me an example.
the internet will
That would've worked on him
chew
too.
you up.
You'd be like, well,
So there's one time.
that would've worked on him too.
No, we not doing it today.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. This is healing, and the internet is just it's a.
You
weird
can't beat the
place.
internet. Listen,
You can't.
put it out there,
That's
okay?
what
Tell her that.
Anybody will have
Tell her.
podcasts. Anybody will have.
Tell her who's arguing with people from the podcast account. Not even her own account.
Started TikTok comments.
Let me talk it into you.
I said
okay?
that you can't beat the internet.
With just the most love, not time. Literally, not time. Like, yo, I'm not going to do it. You cannot. There's 8 billion people in the world. Some people are going to wake up today and just not like you because you exist. Like, it doesn't, like, fucking run your mouth. Run it. Run it. Doesn't even, like, you know? it's just as big as that. Like, you got to find something that makes you feel bigger than that.
I need to stop fighting people.
Yes.
I think that's what it is.
Resolution, y'all. Can we give her a round of applause?
Unless
We have
it's
it accountable
physical.
right now.
Unless it's
physical. What do you
Unless
mean?
it's physical.
Yeah, you have to fend that if it's physical.
Oh yeah,
for
if it's
sure, but, like,
physical,
come
yeah,
on,
that's
you're not a
different.
bitch.
Yeah,
Because I'm starting to collect a list of women that I would call if like a woman needs to get beat up.
I said this when you were in the washroom last episode. I want Zoe to be my woman friend that I can call to beat up other women.
I don't know if she would be number one, but I would put her on
She'd
the
be
list.
there though. She'd be, you know.
I'd
What
put her
am I
on
like?
the
Top
list,
what?
but
I feel like you would fend somebody.
Top
like,
five?
one of your friends.
I'll take it.
Maybe five. But it depends on the situation. Like we've said, if it's an in-person situation, then yeah. But I don't know if I would call Zoe out of her bed to come fight someone. I don't think she's gonna do that. But if we are somewhere and something's happening,
Yeah, I said
then
that. I'd be
she'll
like,
do
if
that.
we were somewhere and like some girl was like pressing you guys or like hitting on you guys, I'd definitely fight her for you. For
but
sure.
I'm trying to think of like who could I call where I'm like, yo, get out of your bed. This girl just punched me in the face. You need to crush her right now. Like I
You
need to have,
need to
You don't have any
stop
women in
her.
your life like that?
there's like a couple people that maybe, but like I need like at least 3 solid ones.
I agree with that. I only have one, and you need a couple. You know.
Yeah, you need a couple because if she's sick or if she's busy or out of town or something, you need a backup.
I feel like you would
went
have
through
to call me with like a really crazy situation. Like,
It has to be
Like she
It has
was
to
just
be like,
standing.
yo,
Okay,
like-
let me give you a scenario.
It has to be one of my brothers, to be honest.
Boom. Let me give you a scenario because this actually happened. So I was at a party with my friend. It was this other guy that we went to school with party. We're in the basement chilling, you know, regular like party vibes. This girl who's visibly drunk is arguing with another girl, and they start fighting. She's mopping her, like dragging her across the floor, back and forth, like janitor mopping her across the ground. So we're all standing on the wall. It's me. No, my friend is on the right side. It's me. And then some random guy is on the left side, right? And he kind of laughs or whatever. But the fight's done, whatever. She's on the ground. She gets up. Her friend is taking her to leave. She's walking by. And literally, for no reason, the guy beside me, she just punches him in his jaw. Like, boom.
what?
Punches him in his jaw. And I'm caught off
The
guard.
nigga who was laughing.
Yeah.
So she heard that while she was
punched
crunching
him-
y'all.
she punched
was
him
getting
in his
crunched,
jaw.
heard that man laugh, and just started ringing in her ear.
And this is why I'm saying,
I
like,
can
yo,
understand the thought.
but this is
Mind
why I'm
that,
saying
yeah.
some guys, like, are unhinged. You can't do that to everyone
Oh,
because
for
as
sure.
soon as she punched him in his jaw, he
Rocked her.
grabbed her
Really
hair,
rocked.
Yeah, yeah.
mink, 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 mika, maka, muka, like, punching on her.
Yo, you're old.
So I'm
I hate
there.
you for making me laugh at this girl getting
Yeah,
hit by
you're
this
so
guy,
good.
man.
So
Fuck.
I'm there. I'm trying to break it up. Like, I don't even know these people. I'm like, yo, like, I'm trying to dodge getting hit myself. I'm like, who's that, Lil Kim or Mary J. Blige? I'm like dodging, trying to like
Lil Kim.
not get hit while trying to separate these people. Everything calms down. They leave. And in my head, I'm like, yo, one person over, she would have hit me. Like, he was standing
But
right
I think
here.
she knew he laughed. I think she knew he laughed.
But what if but because I was beside him, what if she thought it was
Oh,
me?
thought it was you.
Because it was him.
But would you minka macka mooka
No, I'm
too?
not gonna hit. No, I'm not gonna hit a girl.
But you're calling like
That's
one
what
of
I'm
your
saying.
friends and like,
At
yo,
that moment, I might have to call somebody.
No,
I might have to call someone
Yeah.
because sometimes people think something is you and it's
Yeah.
not you. That happened to me at the club. We were leaving the club and the dude behind me was trying to sneak the bottle out and it fell out of his pocket and a bottle of Ciroc like tumbled down the stairs
That's
and the
so
security
shady.
looked at me and I was like, no. I was like, no. I was like, no. It was not me. So things happen, you know.
Things do happen.
I saw it with
No,
my
but
own 2
let me-
eyes. She punched him right in his
can we
jaw.
put this out there? Like, women should not be hitting men. Like,
Ever.
You,
Ever. Ever.
a man he could hit you back. If you hit him, he can hit you
Yo,
back.
man,
Like,
if my
don't-
jaw is
yeah.
rocked,
You can't-
I'm
you
not
can't test
risking
men like
my
that.
jaw to
No,
hit a nigga. Are you
can't-
crazy?
yeah. I speak about that on my park car conversation.
Yeah.
I have like 2 episodes that specifically focus on like women.
Women get
Having that
too.
kinda-
Listen,
it's
niggas
not
are
okay.
unhinged. Okay, niggas are unhinged. We are at a different time. Men think they can do whatever they want, and rightfully so. I think that people shouldn't hit people. Period. Because if I had a son,
Period.
and my son, like, girls can crunch, like pain is pain. If I punch
Right.
her in the face, it's gonna hurt. no matter what.
I don't know why it had
It
to be
might
me,
not-
but
Move up.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different than if Clyde punches you, but it's gonna hurt. So if I'm repeatedly punching Tresor in the face,
I still don't know why it's me. But,
I think eventually you have the right to maybe not hit me back, but like, yo, like push me off or Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to stop. And some women get really, really brave hitting men because they think, oh, he can't hit me back until your jaw is on the floor. Now what? Now this man just hit you and now you're crying. Do not hit niggas. No, because niggas are unhinged and niggas will rock your jaw clean. It is 2023.
Period. Nothing really else to say to add to that.
Bro,
True.
I've seen so many girls, boom, you're on the floor. Are you crazy? And that's on Twitter? No.
yeah.
Behind jaw getting rocked on Twitter?
And
by a
it's
man?
on social media too. That's even worse.
That's unnecessary.
Because everyone you know is sending that. I can guarantee anyone that I know, if anything embarrassing has happened to you on the internet, I've seen it and I've sent it to other people that know you as well.
You're so mixed.
So
You're so mixed.
why? Just because if it happens to me, no one's gonna spare me either.
But what do you mean like embarrassing? Like you falling or something like that?
Anything that touches the internet.
Because there was a video once. This was like maybe like a year ago, and there's a I'm not gonna say who it is, but I think we all know who this guy is. He was at Anco, which is a club here in Toronto or Mississauga area, and he was dancing on the table, and he fell, and his back like arched over the table, and then he like listen. I sent that video to probably 400 people.
But he posted it though.
He posted it one.
You said you sent that video
I'm
to
responsible
400?
for sending that video to probably 400 people. I sent the video to my whole blood clot following list. I said, yo, watch this man. This big hardback man do a back arch over the table. Oh, yo.
Those are
I
cyberbullying.
sent it to everybody and their mom. I screenshotted the video, different parts, and made like a clip of my... Listen, one thing about me...
You monster.
Yo,
But he posted it.
I know, but I was saying, like, I am that person. I will share the shit out of shit.
That's the point she's making.
That's my point. Like,
It depends on social media.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna tell you, pregnancies. Oh, I send that to everybody. if you post that you're pregnant on Instagram,
I'm crying.
share.
Did you hear the news?
Did you guys see this?
I'm crying.
I sent it to everybody, bro. Oh my gosh! I'm like, yo, another one bites the dust.
I'm crying.
Nah, cause what do you mean? Like,
I'm crying.
how are you just gonna do that to us?
To us?
Yeah.
That's how they really feel like that though. Yeah. For
How
sure.
are you gonna do that to us?
How are you gonna do
And
that?
unless I know you personally, you're getting unfollowed immediately.
It's all follows.
Like, I'm gonna keep it a stack. Bro.
relevant.
Why?
Like,
Why am I following a pregnant woman that I don't know?
I've had
What is that?
for sure.
What does that do for me?
I swear to God, no, real time. I've had the experience where, like,
Like,
nah, you're pregnant.
Yo,
I'm like,
niggas
what?
are unhinged.
what does that do
They're
for
like,
me?
you were pregnant. The fuck am I following you for?
You
I
don't
don't
want
know
to see
you.
me give life?
I don't know you. I don't need to see your maternity pictures and the
That shit's boring.
you and your baby dad in the Burberry button up with his head on your belly. Like, well, I don't care.
Yeah, they do not care. I understand that.
That's
None of them do not
dead, bro.
care.
That's over.
Yeah,
Nigga
it's quiet
said
for them.
that's dead.
Yeah,
That's
it's quiet.
over, bro.
I don't think girls have that. Like, do you follow a nigga like, oh, like he... I don't, like, even when niggas get girlfriends, I don't follow
Guys
them.
don't post
No, I don't.
as much. Like it doesn't make a difference. Like, if I get a girlfriend or if I get a girl pregnant, my account doesn't change. Like,
Really?
your account changes.
How?
As a
'Cause
guy,
I'm a
your
billionaire?
account's not
Your
gonna
account.
change.
That's happened to me.
You got unfollowed because you got a
Yeah,
girlfriend?
like I reposted like my girl's
That-
post of
that
me,
can
and I
happen,
lost
yeah.
like 50 followers.
5-0.
No, that does happen.
Yeah.
Damn.
That will happen. It's either they unfollow you or now that you have a girlfriend, they're more interested in you, and now they're trying to
She lost like 300.
talk
I
to you
remember,
even
but-
more.
Yeah, you lose bare follow. Like, I don't get it. Like,
I mean, it is what it is. If people are not gonna be happy, like everyone wants companionship, right? So if people
Yeah,
are
Yeah,
not
but
gonna be
social
happy-
media. See, but this is the thing. People don't understand. Social media is not the place to be seeking other people's like happiness for you. That's not the place.
You're
for
saying
that.
the mood board is really a lie. Like you can't look at
You can't
people's
live
life.
vicariously
Yeah,
through people.
exactly.
Yeah, no, people don't want to see that, especially guys to women, like women that they want why would I still continue to follow somebody that clearly has somebody else? Now my dream is done.
But there is a lot of people that like that content because YouTube couples and all these Love is Blind reality dating shows is very like in that. People want to see other people live out relationships, you know,
Yeah,
and
but
be
people
like,
no. But think about people want to see the drama. They don't want to see you happy.
Not true. Because my inspo board, bare black love, black love, black love, black love.
Yes, but
black
you're
love.
in a small percentage of people that are. The internet is not positive overall. It's not. It's not. There's no.
I mean,
the internet is not positive.
The room is 2 out of 4 right now. She looks at positive.
Yes, 2 out of 4 out of the how many billion people that are
I mean, it's
on
like
the
a
internet.
50-50 right now.
I mean,
The internet,
I get it.
If the internet was positive, you'd be able to go to the internet vulnerably and with your emotions and talk about things. You would never. Well, I personally don't think that if you are not like a very secure person, you should not be bringing your vulnerability and emotional issues to the internet because people don't care. They're gonna chew you up about it.
Eat you up.
Because they because people cap on the internet. Like people are gonna act like their lives are perfect and they're just gonna eat you up about it.
Yeah. People are struggling out here. I'm gonna take a sip to that because people are really struggling out here.
Word.
Yeah, I really don't believe in putting your struggles on the internet because people are just gonna like it's cringy. Like, why are you on the internet crying?
I learned.
Have you cried on the internet?
I've never cried on the internet, but there was one time I remember it was 2017. I tweeted. I was going through a situation with a girl, and I tweeted, "Yo, that's it. I'm done being nice." I tweeted that, and then a man responded and said, "No, you're not." I don't know this guy like that. I said, "Yo, I'm done being nice." He's like, or I said something like, "That's the last chance," and he's like, "No, it's not." He's like, "No, it's not." After that, I was like, all right, that's it. I don't know why I'm talking to the internet. There's no need for me to be. These people don't love you. They don't. Yeah. These streets don't care about you. I'm not putting my business on here no more.
Fair.
Yeah.
These people don't love you.
They don't. No. The internet doesn't love you.
The internet doesn't love you. I won't lie, because I've done
you
like.
You can't beat the internet.
I'm not holding you. If you've looked at the shit that I've shared to people.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely.
Like, and it's not. It's just like stupid videos of people who are like, you know, like why is the nigga wearing those shoes? Like there's certain shit.
If people could see the messages that you shared to people,
but that's why when I see shares on my page, I'm like, yo, what y'all talking about for real?
Because they know you're talking about you.
I have high sharing.
I have high shares on my pics. It's either niggas thirsting or bitches hating. That's the only. Those are the only two options.
It is. That's
whatever it is, you're running it up. Like you're running it up.
If I open up one of my pictures on Instagram, no,
but that's
you have to know that's a clear message. You have to know yourself. You know why you're putting it out there. Anything else that doesn't concern that, fuck it. Who cares? Who cares what people are sending it for? What okay? Like I put it out there for this reason. You have to know yourself. If you do not know yourself, you will get lost on the internet.
I have a picture that has 189 shares. What are 189 people saying? What are y'all talking about?
Is that
Look
not part
at
of
the
reason
bunda.
you post?
That's what they're saying.
Like you're not posting for niggas and to try and make.
No, I'm not posting for niggas. I'm
what was the picture?
I have different ones.
But what was the
189
main one that got shared? What
was my birthday picture?
Was it like just you forward or you behind?
Behind.
Okay. So this is a rhetorical question. So you know exactly what people were saying.
But I'm saying it's either like I said, it's either bitches hating or it's niggas thirsty.
What you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think 189 of those are niggas be like, look at that fat ass. I don't think that's what it is. It's probably bitches like, who the fuck this bitch thinks she is? Or look at her stupid ass hair. It's something. And that's fine. I mean, I don't think about me. I never.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You dropped a fresh album cover today.
Thank you.
Can I see?
Sure.
What did she post today? Was it the Prada bucket hat one?
Straight out of Calabasas. It looks
drop
like
top?
Oh, vacay pics still going in.
The drop top?
No, the one where you're crouching down. It looks like a mixtape title.
Oh, that one? Thanks.
Yeah, you got to get one of those pictures in California.
Yeah.
For people that are listening, it's a picture of Zoe with like the row of palm trees crouched down.
You know what he's talking about too.
Pose.
You know exactly what he's talking about. Yeah.
That's hilarious. But speaking of vacay, because we're going to circle back to the Carnival conversation, right?
Do it. I feel like
I
we
mean,
should put the gunshots. And
it's like, come on, DJ, set it up. So Jamaica Carnival just ended, and Trinidad Carnival also just ended. Maybe a couple months ago. A month ago? Yeah. And Caravana's coming up in August. So, we're having all like these band launches and all that stuff. I'm not playing Mass this year.
Why? It's too early to say.
It's not, honestly.
Her mind could change, y'all. She
Everyone
on the road.
says
She
that
tripping on the
every
road
year,
with
bro.
Trezor.
That's- so what do you mean with Trezor?
You playing with me.
I'm not playing Mass.
Y'all playing with me.
What band are you playing with?
You guys saying that now. You guys playing with me.
What band are you playing with?
Tribal. And which, by the way, I mean, I don't know when this is
Tribal before.
released, but Tribal, we're doing our band launch this Friday.
Okay.
And my costume is Chef's Kiss.
I've never
fire.
been to a band launch.
It is.
I haven't
Yo,
been to one
come,
either.
pull up. Don't be a hater. Pull up.
I've
It's a
been to a
vibe. Like
band
launch.
soca music vibes. Like you see the costumes. Like it's a vibe. You
Where
should
is
definitely
it?
go. It's in North York.
I'm
Don't worry,
active
we'll
on
s- we'll
Friday.
sort.
We might have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, like you might as well. I think you have to get tickets now. Like this is free
okay.
promo, but
Alright, no.
I
He
feel
said
like
He said, you say
I
tickets?
feel like
Pay?
I'm almost sold out.
All right, never mind.
It's nothing crazy though. It goes back to the community. When you're big time, when you're big, you're large. When you're big, you're large.
Just so I don't commit to nothing like a month in advance.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think I'm playing Mass this year. But I will. I always go to Caravana. I'm definitely gonna go. I won't storm. I'll wait at the end.
That's what she said.
that's a
Zoe,
lie.
yeah,
That's a
I
lie. That's a lie.
I won't storm
You're
because
gonna
she says.
storm.
the
Yeah.
reason why I'm not playing this year because last year the stormer I was so over it. I'm like, this is a nightmare. I was really trying to fight people. Like, it's Caravana's too unorganized.
So
Okay.
for people that don't know what storming is, can you explain it?
So if you don't know what storming is, Carnival, right? People pay to, have their sexy costumes and their jewels and their feathers. We pay to, do the carnival. You watch us, we dance, we cross the stage, we get judged, you get band of the year, whatever. Stormers are people who don't pay to be in the carnival, are not dressed for carnival, are in there in their Jordans and their Bati Rider jean shorts and a white crop top, and they jump the fence to be a part of the parade.
AKA the majority of people.
Yeah. In Toronto,
The
though,
regular people.
In Toronto, it's not really like that in the islands.
Yeah, that's
So
yeah.
in Toronto, the storming is so bad. And if you've paid $300+ for your costume, trying to cross the stage, you're trying to, bubble up and whatever. People are just standing there in their fucking Jordan 1s, shirtless, in Nike shorts. I'm pissed. Like, move out the fucking way.
Storming the stage is crazy. I will say that. That's
Wait until we're done. Like,
that
I
is
understand people can't
ludicrous.
just wait until we're
Storming
done.
the stage is crazy, but I'm not gonna vote against storming because I am a stormer, but a stormer with class. I know how to move. Exactly. See, the man them know, like,
the man them in the back.
like,
Oh my God. The niggas
it's
in the
like,
back are
because
like,
realistically, we're in there, like, we're over there, and I do understand there's a few bad apples that spoil it for everybody, but a majority, I feel like a majority of stormers are cool. Like,
They're not.
a majority,
A
You think
majority,
the majority are not.
I'm telling
cool?
you, the majority
If you
are
have
not.
one bad person coming and mash up somebody who paid $1,400 for a nice ass frontline costume, big wings.
So where's the security?
Oh, okay.
No, it's irrelevant. I literally said that half
Make
an hour
them
ago.
invest in Carnival security.
Canada
then.
does not. Canadian entertainment does not put and invest enough money into entertainment.
Facts.
Like, we are a growing city. We have talent spilling out. They can't even control how much talent's coming out of the city. They could put more money into, like, exactly, like you said, other carnivals, they have it lined up, marshals all the way through. You're not passing through if you don't have a band to go. If you're not playing mass, like, you guys still have a vibe on the side.
They've tried to do security, and security just gets rushed.
Entertainment,
but-
we're always underpaid.
Man, they're jumping over security people's heads.
Yeah, it's facts.
Look at their budgets. Look at their budget. Like, prior to this,
Yeah.
we're trying to work out certain things. Like,
But I don't
give
know.
us
But
the
I
money.
will say I completely hear what you guys are saying, and it's completely valid. But I'm not about to act like I'm not gonna storm because I'm gonna storm. That's a fact, and I'm not. I'm not sorry about it.
Storming's
Nah,
gonna
the
take
niggas like,
place. Yeah.
I'm not
got
sorry
gun
about it.
fingers.
And I've said this out. This is a hot take. I feel like Carnival would be kind of boring without the stormers. It would. It would be boring
Yo, we
if
do
it
it.
was just.
Next time we need an audience cam because
If it was like
should.
just the people in the bands the whole way, it wouldn't be lit. It wouldn't. It would not be lit. If it was like everyone just waiting at the end, because by the end, it's like an hour.
an hour what?
An hour or 2
An
hours.
hour with a dance hall truck. If you know, you know.
No.
Then
Once I cross the stage, I'm looking for the niggas.
Yes,
That's why I
but
always tell you,
remember-
when
no.
the stage is crossed, I'm looking for the mat. I'm
But
looking
you
for the
have
niggas
to
in the Jordan
remember.
ones
But
and
you
the
have to
shirtless
remember.
with the
There's
shorts.
so many. But you have to remember. There's so many. So if you're early, say you cross the stage by 12 and you're over there. Other people aren't crossing the stage for 2, 3, 4 hours.
If the Stormers weren't there, we would cross the stage much faster.
Not 2, 3, 4 hours faster.
No, some bands do cross hella late. When I say hella late, like you're surprised. You're even all leaving. They're like, you just crossed.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? It's
So I'm saying
7 o'clock.
Like, if you're not Saldina, you're probably not crossing till 6 p.m.
Like Stormers,
big of tribal, though.
I think
Tribal
Stormers
Thunder
are
Road is
needed.
here.
I do think people need to be more
That's
respectful
a
and need to have
Stormers
sense.
are needed.
Stormers are It's a, I don't know.
No.
I'm on the Stormer
Like,
side.
yo,
still.
Stormers can have fun, but like, you cannot.
You just have to have sense. That's all.
Yeah, you have to have class, but you have to have enough class to like turn up on the side. Bro.
Yeah.
People fucking pay big money for this shit. People put a lot of money. Yo, that time. You know what
I don't
mean?
know, man. Because
Or, like,
also,
at a certain point, maybe after the stage where if it can
That's what
run
I'm saying.
diligently, if the routes, I mean, now they've split the routes. If you guys don't know, but like back in the day, it used to be one route going the same way. Some bands don't even cross.
Yeah.
that's true. Some are going that way around the corner.
Toronto
Some are going
Carnival
this
just
way.
needs to kind of fix up.
And you just
I'd
follow
love to see
whichever
that.
float has the most baddies.
Yeah, and the most lit music. But the
Yeah.
point, I just, like I said, I won't play Masters. I'll be there. I'm not going to storm.
Yes, you are. Yes,
Okay,
you are.
okay.
Like,
Whether-
yes, you are. Look at her. Yes, you are.
Let her get her point.
You are going to storm.
Let her get her point out.
You are going to
But-
storm. You're going to stand over on the other side of the fence with the kids and the people barbecuing, watching everyone walk by. And you're seeing your friend, yo, Zoe, like, yo, wait. And you're just going to stand. No, I'll meet you guys at the end.
I'm
No,
not
you're
a
not.
stormer.
Can I just
I don't
encourage?
storm.
Can I just encourage everybody though to play mass? Like everybody. When they say everybody, like everybody,
about people
body
that can't
shape,
afford it?
even man. I mean,
Paying $500 for the feathers and
It is-
no,
beads.
it's not.
It's
No,
expensive.
base
Hey.
backline for most costumes are running like $300. You could get a good
$300
backline.
is a lot of money, you know.
If within
When I
reason.
could just go there for free.
I hope y'all just zoomed in my face right now. I hope y'all just zoomed in. Cut that shit.
I'm just saying, think about people that don't have $300 to spend on the feathers and the brief.
Yeah.
And the
I guess for men, I can understand that.
It is not a brief. They're ball shorts.
Singular brief.
It is not a brief.
Bedazzled ball shorts.
It's bedazzled ball shorts and feathers.
But the bedazzle, I'm seeing it. You fuck with the bedazzle.
But I'm just saying, like,
You seen the hat. I peeped the hat as soon as I walked in. I was like, that's a lot of bedazzle. Spin it around. Tresor. Let them see. Talk bedazzle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The men are wearing bedazzle anyways. You might as well fuck around and have a good time. Carnival.
But that's different than bedazzled ball shorts and feathers on my head
For $500.
for $500.
Skip the feathers, skip the midline section, get the
No,
back
you know
line,
what would be
no
different?
feathers.
If there was like a price to just join and like you could make your own costume, go to Michael's, go to Dollarama, get some feathers, get some glitter, and make my own thing. But you're telling me that I have to buy this? I don't know. It's not a good sell for me. And I've been invited, even like for free. I've been invited to play mass. But my thing is, I want to be with my friends. And my friends aren't playing mass.
Y'all not playing math.
So
It is just so wild.
Daniel,
and
you're not playing
disrespectful.
math?
It's just like,
no, I'm just saying.
I've literally told them like 3 times, like, yo,
My
you can
friends
play.
aren't playing mass,
You
so
should.
I'm not about to play mass by myself.
Fuck your friendship. At this
Nah.
point. Fuck your friendship.
Caravana is about
Whatever.
going with your friends and experiencing this experience.
Yeah, you can come on
I'm
road
not
with
about
me
to.
and-
I'm not about to be here by myself. That's why even like when people tell me to come on floats and do it, I don't do it because I'm gonna be on this float by myself. That's not fun.
can't
I want to
bring the
be with
dogs?
my friends. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, bring the dogs.
We are men. That it doesn't work like that.
Storming's
It's
more
not
fun.
like women.
not-
Hey, I'm coming, but like my 7 girls are with me. Oh yeah, yo, it's cool.
I think you guys are
You think I'm gonna?
overcomplicating it.
You think I'm
You
gonna
get a
go be
group
like,
of the
yo,
men
I'm
to meet up
coming,
and
but
take
like me
one
and like
car.
7 of my
Come
niggas are
on.
coming. It's not
2
happening.
cars. It's not a big deal. You guys are overcomplicating it.
No,
Man,
I'm
them
talking
can
about
dri-
getting on a float.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
They're not
I-
letting 7 mans that they don't
But to
know
be
on a
honest,
float.
I mean, let's talk. You wanted to talk about carnival culture. I'm heavily submerged, right? When you stay up on the cart all day, like it's kind of bougie. Like,
it's hot.
Yeah.
It's
You're not
hot.
really having fun.
It's-
I don't know how
it's
Nicki
kind of
Minaj
unfair.
had fun in that glass box.
I was right in
Carnival,
front of
though.
that. I was right. Like, you see the video I posted? Like I'm literally right under Nikki, like right under. But like,
Is she not claustrophobic? Doesn't it get hot through the glass?
no, but the party's on the floor. Like
Exactly.
You
I want to
know?
be out there. I
that's
wanna
one
be
thing.
out.
I'll throw shade. I'll contribute to your Toronto slander. Like I hate.
It's not slander.
It's slander.
It's not, I just
You're
get
slandering
It's not
them.
slander.
It's
It's
slander.
not organized enough for me to pay the money. It's not. I can't do
Exactly.
it
Because
again.
people are gonna break down the fence
Parties in
anyways. They're gonna
Toronto,
jump over
I
the
can't
security
do.
anyways.
stand-up parties, just like Nicki Minaj in Trinidad. Like Trinidadians weren't excited that like Nicki Minaj was in Trinidad, and New Yorkers weren't excited that she was in like no like it was a thing, but it wasn't a thing. You know, you're like you're saving face. You're just in Trinidad for the week.
Barbs, that was the words of Jephina, not of
It's
us.
kind of just like consensus, like you know, like ask people like really there real time, you know. But being on a float the whole time and just want to like that's not Carnival. You immerse yourself like.
Well, celebrities are doing Carnival a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot
We
of
saw
celebrities.
Chance the Rapper over there.
Chance the Rapper was over there.
Love that for him.
Omarion was over there, pop locking and dropping into soca
Pop
music.
locking to
which
soca
makes no
music.
sense. But
Chance was there slapping
Chance
ass.
was there
Had the internet in a frenzy for days.
and had people beside themselves because Chance the Rapper is married and he was catching a sick bubble. Girl had a fatty. Sick
And his,
thought that
and his
was
man them were
hilarious.
holding him up.
Man, them were,
That's how you know you're
when the
getting
man,
a nice
when the
bubble.
man gets limp behind you and you're working in him, he's just limping. All his friends are holding him. That was the type of bubble he was getting.
On an
And
angle.
That's
That's
for
when you
him
really
business.
get the good angle for premium bubble.
people were freaking out about, oh my God, he's married. This is cheating. How dare he? All that stuff. And it's like, okay,
First of all, it
Hold
was a
on.
lot of Americans.
wait, hold on. Let me say something. In my younger days, I was like, yeah, for sure, bubble's a bubble. Like, it's calm. But then I saw a tweet and a girl was like, yo, like, there's a reason why there's songs called, just one dance or just one wine. Like, sometimes, bubbling can lead to a little something. So, like, do you really think that bubbling is as innocent as us as Caribbean people make it seem? Because, to me, it's like, oh yeah, just look a quick bubble. But like, sometimes when you bubble people, like, yo, there be, like you said, the Avatar, where you guys have the connections and the tails meet.
It's a sacred moment. It's a sacred moment.
Sometimes,
But that's the thing.
bubbling can be sacred, yo.
Chisora, talk the truth. When I came back
Bubbling-
from Trinidad, didn't I call Chisora? I was like, yo, when I was younger, Trinidad was a different experience. Now that I'm older, like I'm not trying to dance on any man. If you're not my man, like what is my
Yeah.
bumper doing lying on you? He said the same thing. He said the same thing. I swear.
But it's true.
No, but it just is what it is. Like
low key, when you really like have
I wasn't
feelings,
in Trinidad like shaking my ass on every man. Like I can have a good time with the gal them. I can just do my
Yeah.
thing. Like I'm not trying to like. I mean, hey, inevitable. You do like a little 1-2
Yeah.
chip down the road, but when I say not even like a whole wine, like a little 1-2 and just go about
Yeah.
your way. Like there's none of that.
Yeah, I feel like as
Boo,
I got
boo all
older,
the fuck you want, Chisor.
that's
Grow up, bro.
Like I
Grow up.
I think bubbling is what you make it. If you go into it, hear me out. If you go into it innocently, like if this girl's dancing, I go behind her and I'm dancing, we're dancing, and the song's done and I walk away, that's it.
Yeah.
That's innocent.
Okay, cool.
If I
Right.
see this girl and I want to holler at her and I'm dancing with her, trying to give her my best wine, and then the song's done, and then I'm like, yo, so like, what's your name? Yo, so what's your? No. That's different. It's up to you.
Yeah, let's
Very
normalize
fine
that.
line,
Let's
though.
It's
normalize
up to-
there is
that
a
if you have
fine
to.
line. There is a
It's
fine
up.
line.
It's up to the
'Cause-
person, and then like I'm not bubbling girls, turning them around, picking them up, and doing all this crazy stuff like that. Like that's just me. I'm not doing that. So
There's a fine line though. Like the older you get, you realize like, yo, like bubbling can really lead
Yeah.
to a lot of things.
I'm not
I
putting
do
my
not
hands
want to
all
wipe
over
my bumper
people
on
and-
any man unless you're my man. My bumper has no business being on you. Like it's almost like ew. Like
You have a
I
point.
was in Trinidad Carnival. I swear to God, I told the gal them when I was there. I was like, yo, all these nice men. And it's like, yo, they're like no, there's nobody.
I
like,
get that, and I get it.
Call
But
it
my
stush.
thing is,
Call it stush if you want to call it.
I just
stush.
want to be fair. I just want to be fair because realistically, I can't tell a girl that I'm seeing, yo, you can't go somewhere and dance on nobody, because I'm going out and I'm going to dance. Like, I'm going to do it. And I'll tell girls, yo, I'm going to do it. Like, if a girl's
Yeah,
talking
but
to me, she knows I'm
being in
going
a
to. But
relationship
I'm
is
not
not
about
like
to do
you-
something crazy. That's the thing. Like, you just need to know this scenario, know what you're doing. I'm not about to be bubbling someone, smacking her ass, cameras on me, picking her up in the air. Like, that's OD. I'm not doing all that. But, you know, if I'm seeing a girl and she told me, yeah, I danced with a couple guys at Carnival, I'm not really going to be upset. I don't want to see it. Like, I don't want to see
Right.
videos getting sent to me of you bubbling next man's. I don't want to see that. But if you just say, yo, I danced with a couple guys, what can I really say?
Yeah. No, I mean, hey,
People
listen, I
overreacting
get
to
that.
chance then?
But that's what I was saying. It's a lot of American. That's not American culture. American culture, they don't want their girls dancing with other people. Like, that's just not. That's
I
not
feel
a thing.
like
They're not allowed.
Some
They
Caribbeans
don't like
too,
that.
depending on if it's like your wife, it depends. Sometimes some are more lead, some will be like, yeah, that's a little.
I think it's more because
Like older heads are definitely not. That's not flying.
Yeah, because you're 46. Why is my wife at 46 at Carnival bubbling this 21-year-old man?
But a dance is a dance, no?
Yes, but you're 46. There's a certain like age where you need to stop doing things.
Oh, really?
If your mom said, "Yo,
Yes.
Zoe,
Yes.
I'm coming with you to Carnival this year," you'd be like, "What are you doing?"
For sure.
Exactly.
But I mean, like, is she coming like no? Wait.
That's not the right example.
Is she
No.
coming like she's dressing up in things? Is she coming? She just wants to be at Carnival.
She play
She
mask,
wants
but
to
she playing
play
like
mask.
she's playing respectful mask. Not all
Yeah.
mask looks like
Exactly.
skin out.
It's true. But I think you're over. Yeah, you're overselling it. I don't like.
You said you're reaching.
You are reaching a little bit
Reaching.
because it's not as black as white as make you think it is. Like I said, if you are attractive, like say you are attracted to someone, and you're giving a guy a sweet bubble, you also let him like it could lead to what I'm saying, like,
But that's up to you.
for sure.
Because
But
the
it's
culture,
possible.
but the culture of Carnival is dancing. That's a
For
part
sure.
of the culture of Carnival.
Just freeing up yourself.
So like,
I wouldn't call it just dancing. Like dancing is for sure. We don't have a dance at anybody. Just dancing. Just freeing up yourself. It's something very rootsy.
but I feel like it's kind of. Well, people probably assume. I'm not necessarily saying you have to dance with anybody. I'm saying people assume that if you're there, you are about dancing. Now
I've
there are
danced about
tiers.
the
Let me
dance
tell you,
on
no
you.
There are
man
tiers.
is doing no
There are
dagger on me. I'll tell
definitely
you that.
tiers where you kind of have to
At
gauge.
this big age, you think a fucking man is ever daggering me? Are you
Daggering,
fucking sick?
that's kind of. I do know
That is sick.
That's kind of wild.
You're sick to
Me
think
personally,
that.
I'm not pulling up and
There's
just
levels,
daggering a
I'm
girl.
telling you, like,
you know the dagger where
not
it's
a-
like you're like mans are daggering a girl and then the last one they just let them go and they just fly. I don't like that,
No.
because why are you doing that to somebody? Why is she flying
not a
10
thing.
feet over?
It's degrading.
I think it's kind of degrading because it's like if I respect this woman, I'm not about to just dagger you and make you fly face first into the
Yeah.
ground. Like,
I haven't been daggered in
never.
years.
I've never been daggered to
I've been
flying into a
daggered
fucking
in
wall.
years.
and if I'm not really a daggerer, but if I am, it's a light dagger. Like it's not one that's gonna make you. It's like a little tap. Like the
Yeah,
Why are you
yeah.
doing
like one of those.
Like a dancer man do.
Shout out to all the daggerers out there,
Yeah.
though.
Like I'm not jumping off of
Hashtag
trees,
daggerer.
jumping off of chairs.
Yeah, but that's a very like distinct type
just,
of
like, crazy
dancer
daggering.
who does those type of daggering. Like those are like real like yard like Kingston party type.
So you've never been in a situation where a guy was dancing with you and he just tried to create a madness?
for sure.
And
And
what did
I've
you
gotten
do?
up. I've like straight up walk away. Like I'm not doing that. I'm not putting my body in that position to be daggered in this public
it's very
space.
much like no.
Are you
none of
insane?
that, and if not, like yo, you need to be crunched.
Because you know what it
Yeah,
is,
move.
and this might not sound like this might not sound PC, but like I think a lot of guys know who to dagger like that. Like there's certain girls where like you wouldn't even think of doing that to them, but there's certain girls where man's like, yo,
I could get this off.
yeah, I can get it off.
But my thing is like, what do you mean? Like, I think all
Like
girls,
I'm not gonna see Lori Harvey and be like, yo, I'm about to dagger her and make her fly across the room. You're not gonna do that.
Nah, some Jamaicans would for sure.
That's crazy.
Some
to me.
yeah, for sure. If you catch a few Jamaican men in yard, they're definitely trying to dagger Lori Harvey. What? Of course they are.
I co-sign her message.
Of course they are.
Are you kidding? Like,
Like,
you're not.
what?
Come on.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
definitely.
I
trying
just
to
meant me. But
Yeah,
that's crazy.
you are different than like the
Have you
average. yard
dagger? You
man.
don't seem to me like a daggerer or a bubbler.
Yo, I'm done.
You're not a bubbler.
I'm
I don't think you can't dance.
I
not
didn't
a
say
dancer,
that.
no.
I didn't say that.
No,
I didn't say
you
that
actually
either.
can't dance.
I'm not a dancer, but like
Yeah,
I can
I
catch
can
it.
tell.
I know rhythm. Like I
do you
understand
mean?
that. Like I can.
Like you could hold a wine if a girl's
yeah,
trying to.
like, and
No.
I do
Okay.
bubble girls.
No,
I
you
just
don't.
I don't seek it.
No,
No,
I believe him. I believe him.
This
No.
is going great.
I believe
Every
him.
time I go out, I don't bubble someone.
No.
Like it's not.
Clyde,
believe
that
him.
is not your bag, and you know it.
I'm not saying it's my bag, but I'm saying I do it.
No, I don't think so.
When was the last time you
for-
bubbled somebody?
Like a few weeks ago.
Lie.
Where'd you go? You didn't invite us.
Yo, my. No, it's not important.
You are not a bubble. No, I don't. My thing.
I didn't say I was a bubbler. I'm just saying I.
no.
I think you.
You know
might
what? I
like-
believe
I can do it. Like I'm not.
I believe him
No,
because
I'm
I
not
just think
incapable of
I just
bubbling.
think the average man from Toronto can hold his own on
Yeah.
a bubble.
No.
You might not be a
Yes.
sick dancer, but you
No.
can hold your own on a bubble.
No.
Yes, you can.
If anything,
You
that-
bubble men? How are you telling me? I'm
just
telling you,
thinking
a
of the
lot of
average
men,
person.
a lot of men in this city cannot bubble.
You see how I stay quiet?
Thank you.
Stay quiet.
A lot of men in the city cannot bubble.
I was catching bubbles at our event.
Talk the
Where?
things.
Drunk?
Yes.
He was
Talk
lit.
things.
He was drunk
Gone.
at
I
the
probably don't
Go
do
on.
it so
Who
At
were
the
bubbling?
Relentless
Who were
Diaries.
bubbling you?
Stop.
Name them.
No, stop.
What girls were bubbling you at our party?
Why you trying to
No,
why you
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
expose
yeah.
him?
Fine.
like this? Like,
He's not bubbling because he's lying.
You was bubbling things.
I believe
You was
him.
bubbling things.
I
But
didn't see it, but I
you're
believe
like the, you know how like, because no offense, you're biracial. You know when like you know
Yo,
when, like
can you pour out my drink? Like,
you know when
yeah,
like you bubble a biracial guy and he's kind of like, he's not confused, but like, you know, he's a little like, you
yo,
know.
I'm literally. I want to scream. I want to
she's
scream.
so
That's
adamant
how I
that
felt.
you
I
have
wanna
some weird vendetta against
She knows.
biracial
It's
people.
not
Zoe,
even
I
biracial.
wanna scream.
I'm just saying, it's like, because like, I have biracial friends who also can't really whine like that. It's like the Caucasian just jumps out of y'all in certain rhythm or different songs and you guys can't catch it. It's
Like
not
I
a bad thing.
Like I said, I'm not going out there seeking. Anytime bubbles happen, it's usually
They're
approaching-
coming to you.
Yeah.
Because you're not that guy with it, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
I never claimed to be.
Yeah, you give me that vibe, though. You're not a bubbler.
But like, I'm not like if it happens, I know what.
Like,
to
you're
do.
not putting
I know how to
hands
hold
on the
it down.
back.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes. What else am I doing?
I feel like you're a hands to the side type guy.
Nah,
Just swing.
you're a
Swing?
fucking hater, is what you do.
like side to side.
Like, but you know, kind of like, you know, just like keep up. You know those ones where they just his hands on the side, just kind of like,
Nah. I'm not doing that to him. Nah, I feel like he can hold his own. I believe him.
really?
I believe
really
him.
don't see it.
I believe him
you're,
still.
You're just a hater.
It's not a bad thing.
I know, but like,
It's really not a bad
kind
thing.
of a bad
Yo,
thing.
she-
Zoe. Zoe, it's
Trey,
kind of a
Trey,
bad
Why?
thing.
This is down to an art where she's just able to say disparaging things about you, but it's not bad. I'm not
don't
talking
think
shit
it's
about
bad.
you. You're not a black person, you know. I'm totally undermining your blackness and everything. I'm not saying anything bad. You should take this as a compliment, though. Thank you.
The tea's
This has gone to a completely different level than
Let's
what-
unpack it. Let's unpack it.
All I'm saying
But I
is,
feel him. Can we talk about the struggles of bubbling when you're tall?
no.
It's more
Because
yeah.
the knee, like the
Don't
bend,
skip it.
She won't even let me be tall either. I'm
You
6'1"
can't
to her.
bend past a certain level. So like, if I'm bubbling
Okay,
a girl
no, but,
and
like-
she like goes low, it's over. I'm not going down
Let
there.
me bring that shit back. Let's bring that shit back. Park car conversation style, right?
Oh, now she wants to be
No,
mature.
listen, I'm biracial too. I get it. I understand what you're saying. Like, people have this stigma, okay? Like, if you grew up with like, for example, it's very stereotypical. A white mom, you don't know your Caribbean side. Like, you're
I
just,
adhere to what she said. Like, I'm not some big dancer, bubbler person, you know?
Yeah.
But she's not even letting me have that. I can
Right.
hold it down. Like, I know how to bubble. I know what to
Okay,
do when
when
I'm in
I
that
Joey, I
situation.
hear that though. I hear that. He's not doing anything.
When I think of like hold it, okay. When you say hold it down, what do you mean? Like you're not scared?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But to me, when I think hold it down, I mean like someone. If you're holding it down, means you can bubble.
I
I don't think you can bubble.
Okay, you can think that.
But also, I
But
will
I
say,
don't think
Are you
it's-
thinking
I have-
Amanda would have the wire waist, like no waistline?
I don't think he has.
That's
Okay, but I don't think
I
maybe
don't-
you can
you're
bubble.
thinking very
You don't have a
extreme.
waistline.
I've
There
never-
you go.
yeah,
You're
I-
thinking
I
very
definitely
There we
extreme.
go.
Yeah,
Not
There we
every
go.
like
You're
majority
right. There
of
we
men
go.
don't have that.
You can bubble, but you don't have a waistline.
I don't. I definitely.
There we
yeah,
go.
I don't.
Now we can
Okay,
agree.
okay.
Thank you,
We got
Jephina.
somewhere.
yeah, but I don't think a
comes.
majority of people do.
We got
though.
some. We got some.
A majority of people don't.
Majority of people won't have a
They
waistline.
don't. They don't.
No,
A majority
but I
of
can
people
look at
don't.
you and be like, yeah, just as a waistline.
Like I could, yeah, that's the like I could dance, but I'm not one of those guys that's about to like, you know, those guys when they're bubbling, they lift their shirts up to show the
That's you.
waistline.
That's
That's
you.
not
You
me.
literally
That is
posted
not
it.
me.
You posted a video
Give
on
him
your
enough
story.
hate.
That is
No,
not
he
me.
will.
Lifted
for
my
sure
shirt
will.
up
You
to
posted
show the
that on your
waistline.
Just so I was pausing you and Rona. I'm pretty sure you've done it.
But I'm
Like,
talking
recently,
about
I see-
no. I'm talking about those guys.
Come on.
I'm talking-
Even your boys in the background like
I'm talking about that guy, those guys that hold their shirt in their mouth
Okay, maybe
to
not-
show their
No,
waist.
Maybe not in the mouth, but you definitely hiked up your shirt and caught a bubble.
If it's like for a
Like,
show.
don't act like you're not crop topping your shirt.
No, I've never crop topped my shirt to get a bubble. I've never
Come
crop
on,
topped my
she's
shirt in my
talking
life to get a
to
bubble.
Zor. Just
You
done
have
it. Just done it.
hyped up
I
your
Zor.
have never in my life crop topped my shirt to get a bubble.
So are you
No,
hyped up
no,
your
that's
shirt?
never happened.
Daniel?
That has never happened. That has never. Mans have never seen me do that in my life. That's never happened.
Daniel?
That has never happened.
Daniel?
Push up.
That has never happened.
Daniel.
That
Just-
has Never happened.
Daniel,
That has never happened.
the fact that Daniel cannot look at me means that you
That
have.
has never happened. Show the footage. If someone has the footage, put it in the video right now. That's never happened. Crop topped my shirt to
Okay, first of all,
never.
when I say
Never,
crop top,
never.
She's not saying.
I'm not
like,
saying you like
crop. She's saying that you just
you
push
just
up the
lift it
shirt,
up. You lift it up.
yeah.
I mean, crop top. That means you pull it up.
Push
No.
it up.
I've-
You
I've
probably
pulled
could
my
find a clip of him
pants.
doing that. I feel like I know.
I've pulled up my pants to get a better rotation.
Okay, that may
but
be
I've
fair.
never pulled up my shirt
Your shirt's
to
got-
show the
might-
waistline.
it might be the
I have
pants.
never done that.
She might know better. Yeah,
You're an
we'll
enemy
find
of
out.
prosperity.
Just keep
I've
watching the
never
video.
done that. I have never ever
Most
done that.
positive he did that at our party.
What?
When you had the orange polo on.
How am I gonna crop top a polo?
Not wait, when I say
That
crop
didn't
top, first of
happen.
all, listen. When I say crop top, I'm being facetious. I just mean
Yeah,
you're
choose your words
hiking
better.
up the shirt
I've
a
never
little bit.
hiked up a shirt to catch a bubble.
You're lying.
Where skin is showing?
Okay, no.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
We can
When you-
appreciate a man that lifts up his shirt to catch a little wine. Like
I think it's kinda hot.
Yeah, like don't worry. You don't have to fed it too much. Don't worry.
Yeah,
like,
Like,
now it's
if
a
you
good
did
thing,
it,
you know? Yeah,
you're
now they
good.
like it.
Nah.
First of all, hiking up your shirt. I didn't say that
It's
was bad.
cool,
He's denying
Chisor.
it. Nothing was bad with it to
Not a bad
begin
thing.
with. Why was it bad to hike up your shirt? But you are one of those men.
No.
I said not put it in the mouth. Putting it in the mouth is wild. Put the t-shirt in the mouth to catch a bubble is mad.
Whoa.
Is mad.
Zoe.
Because that's what he
Pretend
said
she's not
first.
doing this. Eh?
That's what is mad.
See, now the conversation is changing.
No,
I'm
'cause
talking about
initially-
men that are showing their waist.
Chisor, initially you
He's
said
relieved. He's off the hot seat. He's like,
Initially,
I'm
you
having a
said
great
I'm
time,
not
yeah.
one of those bands who put the t-shirt in my. I said no. I'm like, you're not one of those because that is wild.
Then
But
you said
you
hike
are
up the
one of
shirt.
those who hike
What does
up-
hike up the shirt mean
I don't
then?
have a shirt to hike up, but like it's like when like your shirt, you know, guys have longer shirts. They just pull it above their waistline.
I
But
understand.
for
understand what I
what?
mean?
But for what?
What do you mean to catch the bubble sicker? What are you talking about?
It's like positioning. You
It's
know
pull
when
up
your
your-
clothes are
you
not
pull up your
comfortable, you gotta-
pants.
no,
not the
you
shirt.
pull up the shirt too because the shirt gets caught. If it's too low sometimes, so you hike up the shirt so there's direct cut between the peen and the body.
I've never hiked up my shirt. I've hiked up my
You
pants.
understand
I
what
have
I'm
not
saying?
hiked up my
Niggas-
shirt.
Niggas go, nah, come on. You niggas have to understand what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying?
Is
I
it
know niggas
2000
that do that, but you're putting
No,
it on
but
him.
I don't.
know.
No,
if
no.
he-
But the reason why I don't get that is like it's not 2006. I'm not wearing a double XL T-shirt. Why do I need to pull up the
But
shirt?
your shirt is low right now.
Yeah, but if I was bubbling, I wouldn't need to pull
Pull
it
up
up.
the
You would
evidence.
to a little bit.
I would
Because
not
right
need
now
to pull
your
it up.
shirt is even kind of past your waist.
Yeah, but I still have enough room.
I think you're pulling it up. I'm
not. Anyways, what's the next topic?
I don't know what was so wrong with that. I think that was fine. I don't see how that was offensive.
It's not offensive.
If
Like,
in
it's
all,
not
yeah.
that serious.
If you put it in the mouth, I'm
just a
flaming
hater.
you.
I've never put my shirt in my
Sure,
mouth.
in the mouth, I'm flaming for sure. But look, go hike up. Yeah, show your waist, my gal.
I've never done that. I've never done that in my life.
Daniel still has not offended you, so I think you.
I've never.
Daniel
done
just
that.
keeps blinking and drinking water, so I know for sure.
Like I feel like people have this perception about me that is not real. Like people think I'm the guy that's gonna like lay on the floor with my hands behind my head waiting for someone to dance on me. I'm not that
Laying
guy.
on what floor? Young,
You know people that-
Lakeshore.
No, lay on the ground like in
You know when they
parties.
do that like off the top rope stuff? And
No, not off the
We're
top.
way
I'm
too
talking
old
about the
to be
guys.
doing that. I
can
I'm
see
talking
that.
about guys that lay on the ground. like
We're
this.
way too old to be doing that.
I'm
Way
not.
too old
I've
to be-
never
I
done
get
that
what
in
he's
my
saying
life.
though. People probably think he's the type
People
of guy.
think I'm
that
like
he would do
a
that.
wild like party
I can see that.
animal type of guy. That's not me.
But you are a Winaman though.
But not like that though.
But it's not. But my thing is, you're making it seem like it's bad. Like
You're saying
It's
it
not
like
a
it's a
bad
bad
thing.
thing.
If
How?
you have a,
But do you know what that means?
If you have
what-
a waistline
if you
as
have
a
a
man,
waistline, you
it's
have a
not
waistline.
bad.
Like I don't understand.
Like
You
yeah, I
wind
can dance,
your
but I'm not
waist.
like my waistline is not part of my personality. I'm not one of those
but you
people.
have a waist. But I'm pretty sure you said it. You're like, oh, I'm Congolese. Yeah, you have a waistline. You're
Yeah.
like double whammy.
But I'm saying like the way that it's like present. Like there's people that like they come to the party and you know that they're gonna be extra with their bubbles. Like
Maybe not.
I know what he's talking about.
But you're definitely
that
moving
is not
sick with
me.
it.
Like that is not me.
Yeah, but
I'm
you're
not
moving-
like I'm.
You could.
I'm
could,
not
though. You
bubbling for
dance.
attention. That's the there's
I never
some
said
people
you
that
were.
bubble
I
for
didn't say that.
attention.
She didn't say that.
Thank you. We need her on the
didn't say
show
that.
more.
She's
Thank
just
you.
saying that like, yo, you could dance. So if you wanted to,
No, don't
like,
try and
you
make
could.
it positive. That's not how she was phrasing it.
You guys take things so
That's not
negatively.
how she was phrasing
That's what
it.
he's saying. Like,
You guys
if you're a
take
dancer,
things
man,
so
you're
negative.
a dancer. If you could dance, you could dance. If you could hold a wine, you could hold a wine.
That is
Like,
not
don't be
how
shame
she was
about it.
So
trying
how am I
I know.
saying
Like,
it?
y'all don't think
So
it's
how am I
sick,
saying
like-
it? How am I saying it? So how am I
You know
saying
how
it?
you were saying.
I'm
There
saying
was a negative tone to what you were saying.
If I'm saying
You said I
That
crop
I-
top my shirt to
because
bubble.
when I say crop top, it means that you just pull it. How was I saying? You literally just pull it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Like you're
yeah.
dragging it.
Okay.
You are
You know what?
dragging
Next
it.
Can we be
topic.
fair? Can you just switch the terminology?
Next
Can you say
topic.
that he just hike up his pants a little bit?
No, he hiked up the shirt.
Never
Okay,
hiked
okay.
my shirt.
Like, you do
Hey,
this
never
thing.
mind. Never mind.
Stop crying
What's
about
the next
it.
topic?
Every day you was like, oh my God, it's so negative.
What's the next topic? Let's go.
How?
What's the next topic?
No. Because every day it's all negative, negative. How is this negative? I said you have a waistline. You're a Winaman. You can dance. Oh my God.
You see how
oh my God.
You see how he said to me? He's like, enough for the positive. You know how miserable inside you have to
Thank
be
you.
when someone's being positive to be like, enough for the positive.
So why are
Like,
you
let's
on
just
her
keep this
side
going.
now?
Because she understands
Yeah.
what I'm
It's been a
saying.
bit of a flip flop here, though.
Yeah, like she's
Whose
just going
side are you
back and
on?
forth.
I'm incognito in this bitch.
Yeah, like I don't get it. I say you have a
going with
waistline,
energy.
he's upset. I say you have a waistline, you're upset. I'm just here to
That is
You
Dude.
see, they want me to pick a side, eh?
Think
That's
what?
not what you
That's
said.
What I
that's
said.
kind of crazy.
I said you're a Winaman.
That is not all that you said.
And then I said you hike up your shirt, which is true.
You just
That's
said I
not
can't
true.
catch a bubble ever.
Yeah, but then I corrected myself.
And you said
I did
ever where I
correct
could catch
myself.
a bubble
I
ever
did
in my
correct
life.
myself.
And you said he holds his arms by his side and
did.
swings.
Yeah, I said swings.
And then goes, what did I
He,
say?
she
What
did.
I
You
do?
did. You did him wrong. You did him wrong. You did him wrong.
Yo, Zoe's the type of
did him.
person, like, let's say I
him
was
wrong.
at the gym before I came here and I worked out and I came straight here and was smelling bad, and Zoe would come up to me and go, yo, you smell like, yo, you really don't smell good. And then the next
Would you want me to lie and be
then
like,
the
yeah,
next-
Chris, you
no,
smell like
and then
roses?
the next recording, I come and I spray all types of cologne and everything, and then you'd go, yo, why you spray all this cologne? Like, why you? And I'd be like, you told me I smelled like shit. And then you went, I never said anything that ever occurred.
But I didn't say
anything
smell
that.
like shit. I said you don't smell good.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a learning moment in a man's life. I feel like every guy goes through one of
Did
those
I not?
moments. I feel like every guy goes through one of those moments where I remember I was in
When you smell
elementary
bad.
school.
was
No,
just using
I was in
smelling bad as an
elementary
example,
school.
like, of your
I will
terminology.
literally never forget this day. I was in elementary school, and I like got this new someone gave me like a cologne, and I sprayed like 100 sprays on me, and I went to school. Like I literally remember this. I was like 10 years old, and I went to school, and everyone's like, "Yo, who smells like that?" And I was just trying to sit there, trying to be incognito, because this is the same school that I shit myself in grade 2. So I already just like,
It's just going left.
so I'm trying to settle myself, but I know that it's me. But there's no way that I can get this smell off of me. It's already on me. I don't know what to do. Like, it was just a bad day. After that, I think to this day, I'm still very reserved with my cologne sprays because I'm traumatized from that day. Like, I don't want to spray too much, and it's like too much, and people start roasting.
What kind of kid were you?
I was just a
That no
curious
one know
kid.
too.
Yeah, like what kind of I feel like you just have like these wild like stories.
I was a
where,
very
like,
curious kid. I tried things. I remember there was one time I
okay.
tried to.
That sounds crazy.
There was
no, I
one.
get it.
There was one time I tried to hatch an egg.
Freaky. It sounds a little.
Let me hatch an egg.
sounds a little-
Like
Like
you
I
sat on
wrapped
the
the
egg.
egg. I wrapped the egg like in a towel and put a lamp over it and thought that it would hatch, and then I forgot it was there and I sat on it, and then my mom was pissed because there was bare egg yolk all over the couch.
If my kid ever went and sat on a fucking egg,
You were just delirious.
I was inquisitive.
what were you doing?
That's it. I was inquisitive, bro.
I would actually be mad.
Genius minds are like that. You know?
I can't
You calling yourself a genius?
I mean, I don't know if I would say that, but I'm on the path.
Okay, let's go. Since we're talking about ages and childhood, let's go to your what's it called? With your what's too old conversation.
Oh, about beefs? Or
Oh, was
what?
it about beef that you said about how
It
old?
was specifically about beef, but
Yeah, I was.
being
part two
too
to last
old is
week,
for a
yeah.
lot of things. Let's
I
make it very
was.
clear.
Yeah, that was last time we were talking about the club. Like, what's too old to be at the club?
Right.
This time I was
How old is everybody? I need to get the scope of where this room is going.
I'm 26.
26,
27.
I'm 27.
27.
She acts like
I'm
she's
29.
35.
You're what?
I'm 29.
Are you even 29?
Yeah, I'm 29.
Are you 29
Big
now, or
woman.
are you turning 30 this
Big
year?
fucking woman right
she
now.
turned
No, I'm already
29.
29.
She
I'll be
turned
my next
29.
birthday, I'll be 30.
But like next year,
She turned 29.
Yeah.
this year,
So she's 1 year older.
Then him.
Then
then
me.
you. Okay, cool, got it.
2 years.
Yes.
2 years. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying I want to know the scope of the
Yeah.
age limit.
So what I was saying is how old, and I think I seen a few people talk about this on Twitter though. The very rare times that I go on Twitter, I saw Marlon talking about it and a couple other people.
Can I have the drink, please?
Me too.
Someone said
Top me up.
a girl tweeted, "Yo, at your big age, how do you still have beef?" And that got me thinking. Yeah, like, is there a
Sorry, can
age?
you repeat that?
A girl said, "Yo, at your big age, how do you still have beef?"
Okay.
And that got me thinking, yo, is there a age that's too old to be beefing people?
No.
Yes.
I say yes.
There
Let's establish what you're allowed to beef over, like at any age.
Chase, please.
Because there's
the moment
like,
you have a family, the
Yeah,
moment
I
you have a
think
wife and
kids, you
kids,
can
like,
always
yeah,
beef
fuck
over
off.
kids, yeah.
Fuck off. I don't care about all the politics. Like, are we doing this? Are we doing this? Are we building a life?
yeah,
based on
I don't
kids
know.
things?
And when I think of beef, like beef is a very specific word to me. You can have issues with people. You can have contention, like static with
Right.
people.
That's kind of how.
But that's not beef. Yeah, like you should not be 40 with ops.
I'm not gonna be. I would never be with
That
anyone
makes
that has
no
ops like that.
sense.
Okay, but when you say ops, do you mean like ops as in like?
When you see them, it's a problem.
Like,
Because
you're
I
trying
got
to
family members
fight.
who are ops.
You have what?
But that's
That's
but
real.
that's
That's
real,
but
though.
that's not beef. That's like issues.
That's to
like
me. I
that's
think that's
issues.
beef.
Internal
Because family members
family
can do some
turmoil.
real messed up shit
could.
to you.
Okay, yes, there are certain like super
Like, you can't
serious
come to
topics,
the-
but I'm talking about things that aren't super serious. Like I'm not talking
Disagreements.
about trigger warning, like abuse or like nothing like that. I'm
Okay.
talking about you and this person don't see eye to eye over something foolish.
Okay.
And you are angry at that person and you see them and you want to fight them. How old is too old? Like, you shouldn't be doing that when you're 40, bro. You shouldn't. Because that's the thing. What are you and this person beefing about when you're 40?
You can beef about a lot at 40. I don't know. It depends. Like, I just think,
Like what?
to me, beef is just like, I have an issue with you. To me, that's what beef is. Like, I have an issue with you. I don't like you. I'm not going to speak to you. Like, I don't
So a
like
lot
you.
of
even
people,
so-
it's a serious thing where it's like on site and it's like a physical thing.
But
if I
even so,
ever
if
see
you
like
have
that,
an
that's how
issue,
a lot of
if
people
you have
consider
an
beef.
issue with somebody about something, at a certain age, you have to like mature past it. Like she was saying, you have to, even though you may not
now
mess
he's
with these
fucking with
person,
the positive shit.
you may not mess
Now
with this
all of a sudden
person.
he's like, yeah,
At a
be positive.
certain age, you can't like. There's too many things at stake for you to try to crash out
Right.
and fight someone or do something stupid.
Okay, yeah, I agree with maybe not getting physical, but I don't like. I think there's no age limit to be like, yo, I do not fuck with you. I don't want you
I understand
around
what
me.
you're saying.
I don't.
If somebody at 60 disrespects me enough to the point where I have to punch you in your fucking face at 60, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stand on it because I'm fucking 60. But you did
I don't
that.
think you should be fighting anyone at 60.
I would.
I don't think you
I
should
think
be
you
fighting
really
anyone at
fuck
60.
with
if you really fuck with somebody,
Like, say like you threaten my kids.
are you like 60
And you're gonna
or
go
not?
punch someone at 60 and
60
break
or not?
break your whole wrist and
If someone threatened my kids or my
it has
husband
to be
or
something
whatever,
extreme like that.
something
Like,
I
I'm gonna
will
do you
definitely
something.
physically
It
fight
has
you.
to
If
be
I'm
something
still
serious like that.
physically able, I will fight you. Don't fuck with my
I get it.
future kids or
like
husband
if it's
family.
needed, but I'm talking about things that are
No,
Like, you can
no
resolve
no
without-
fights in the fucking dollar store. Like, talk your shit, whatever the fuck.
Nah, I'm
Like,
still
I'm
fighting
gonna
in the
fuck
dollar
a
store
woman.
still.
I might cuss
Like,
you out
over a
one too, like
parking
how you're a
spot,
dirty
you know?
bitch. And like,
I'm also fighting over parking spots. Yeah.
At 60,
no,
you're
no, no,
fighting
no,
over
no, no,
parking
no.
spots.
Sis, I
Do
was
y'all know?
pleading,
Y'all
I
must
was
know who
pleading
my
the
family
case
is.
for us. I was pleading.
Listen, I was
Zoe's
raised.
never gonna stop fighting in the TikTok.
I was
comments,
raised
man. You're born
I
to
was
fight,
raised
man.
by wolves. Okay, I was raised by fighters. My
See,
mom to this
but-
day will still
Okay.
fight.
But also, I still think
learning
this is a
curve.
very like women privileged conversation.
Yes, because there's a
As a man, you
threat of
can't just be
violence
trying to
all the
fight
time.
people all the time. You can't, because guys are crazy and people will stab you and shoot you. You can't do that
How
as
you
a
mean?
man.
You know, the big man the other day got job up by the 13-year-old females.
Yeah, people are insane.
I'm just saying. There's
The homeless man who got swarmed. Oh yeah,
By
yeah,
like
a couple months ago.
13,
Yeah,
14-year-olds.
yeah.
I'm just saying, you don't put anything past anybody these days. Wait, Chisora, you going to go use the washroom? I need to do the same thing.
Oh my.
I can do that?
I mean, technically, you're not
I was
supposed
holding
to.
that shit. I was
But,
like, yo, I
okay.
don't want to be disrespectful to y'all show. I don't want to fuck it up, but I need to.
Sozo.
Well, Are we doing a one-on-one? Yeah, come fuck with me now. Now it's just the two of us. Come. Now what?
I enjoyed that. That was funny.
What?
You can't fucking bubble.
Yeah.
No, it was funny.
Was it funny? Yeah.
It was good content.
Was it good content? Because you looked upset. Let's have a one-on-one moment.
No, that's why
it hasn't been us in a long time.
No, that's why it was good content.
Just the two of us.
I've had too much 1800 to be upset.
Too much 1800. I know we wiped up. We shouldn't even say what we're drinking. No. But we wiped the bottle of tequila. But
they just left us though.
They did leave us to go use the bathroom. And since you guys really think I'm a negative person though? Well, let's have a debunk moment. This is like our little intermission.
No, but you're like a raw person that won't let like nothing pass. You know, like if there's something there, you need to speak out. You need to address it. Facts. And sometimes things are negative. Sometimes things sound, are difficult to talk about.
You think so?
You just hate light skins, that's it.
I don't hate light skins. That's not true.
You do have a vendetta against.
I don't.
Against that. And that's okay. Colorism's bad.
First of all.
Like, I hear a lot of criticisms and hate against light skin, and I think it's valid criticism.
First of all, a lot of my friends are light skinned.
I know, that's the craziest part about it. That's the craziest part about all of it, right?
I have black friends.
Like, it's layered, right? Like, all her friends are biracial, but she hates Mariah the Scientist.
Not all my
friends
are biracial, but I do have a lot of biracial friends. There's nothing wrong with biracial. I think you guys are just very interesting sometimes.
We are. That's why, like, I think it's funny.
You're a very interesting group of people who are made of two races. I won't.
Comprised of two races.
But I don't think I'm a negative person. I also don't think I flip things to be.
Even your little tweet, which we'll probably get to when, they're done peeing and everything. It's such a, like
once they're done relieving their bladders.
Like, the way you're just, like...
My tweet?
It's unnecessary. It's, like, such a gray word, but you're wording it like...
Okay, but
nobody should be having sex. Like, that's kind of how you're saying it.
I'm not...
But you're wording it in a very neutral way, so that if someone goes, that's not right, you're like, I didn't say that you shouldn't.
But my thing is, how I say something over, whether it's text or... Twitter, something that you're reading, it's not my responsibility on how you read that. It's how I type it.
But you need to know exactly how. You can't dictate how people respond to what you say.
That's fine. But if I'm saying something that is not negative and you're reading it with a negative connotation, that is not my problem.
But just because you didn't mean a negative connotation by something you said, like, doesn't mean you just get to ignore if someone took it. But it's not.
But why would you take it negatively when it's literally not negative?
Because you don't think it's negative.
Okay. So, recently I tweeted, right? And people were going, a lot of people agreed, a lot of people went up in arms, right?
You're saying I need to follow her.
You should.
She's a good time
top my timeline.
Your timeline will be hot.
All right.
So, I tweeted, I said, having sex in high school is extremely unnecessary.
Oh, I understand.
Right?
Sure.
How did people take that negatively?
Thank you.
But what were they saying?
They were like, why are you talking about high schoolers having sex? When are they supposed to have sex then? Why are you in high schoolers' business? You're just so old. You're a baby boomer now. And I'm like, bro.
They really think we're old. Me a pop style too. Me and are the same thing.
Exactly. And all I'm saying is, I'm someone who's lost their virginity in high school. I've said multiple times. I lost my virginity in grade 12. It wasn't like
that's kind of lit,
It is kind of lit. It is technically, but to me, it's also I was 17. That's still fairly young, right? To me, it's unnecessary because one, I had no business having sex. It was barely sex, whatever that was that happened. I don't really know what even happened.
Yes.
I didn't really yes, I knew, I get tested, whatever, all like that. But it's like, you're still not capable, like mentally. I don't even know to tell that. I don't even know what I liked or was mature enough to say, this didn't feel good or this felt good or I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have those conversations at ages 15, 16, it's not feasible, right? So I don't understand why people were freaking out because all I said was it's unnecessary to be having sex in high school. I don't think, and it also, sex be fucking up adults' minds, right? People turn big idiot when they get good dick or good pussy. So imagine you being a teenager, actively having sex, trying to graduate high school. You know what I'm saying? It fucks up a lot of things. There's a reason why men don't have sex before, big games or, you know, matches or whatever, it throws off your mental. You guys are saying that men have to nut. You guys can't not nut or whatever for like months or something like that. You guys have to get one off.
Can I put it out there?
Yeah, hold on.
I think it's such a turn on when a man is like, he doesn't really care about sex. Like, you've had your good fair of sex. It's like, we both know fucking is fucking. You know what I mean? That's the easy part. Like, when a man is like restrained to that, just like, I just want to enjoy you for you. Without that, that's like the most attractive part.
What do you mean by that?
Like, no, I seriously, it's like, yo, fucking is the easy part. Let's be honest. We're all grown people. I have a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It is what it is, right? That's like the easy part. Like, when a man doesn't like crave you for sex, that is like so like, wow, like you're a real one. You know,
Clip this.
We can get that. What does that mean?
He wants to make a clip out of this, like the highlight.
I want other like opinions on what you're saying. Like, it's interesting what you're saying.
I don't know. I find that very unattractive in a man.
So
At this age. At this age, at least, we all got that shit out of their chest. Like, we're in our late 20s, so we're not in our fucking early 20s. We're just like,
I'm still in the mid 20s.
I agree.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just
No, you're not.
What other people think.
No, you're not. Once you're
Yes, I
past
am.
25, you're not in mid-20s.
What am I then? Late?
yeah, no, you still are.
You're late.
I'm mid.
No,
25 is
so
mid.
Live your life.
I'm mid.
25 is mid.
If I'm when I'm
She's super
27, what
mid.
am I?
She's super mid.
Late
She's
26,
literally
right?
mid. Like, literally mid.
Are you calling me ugly?
Maybe you might be able to get mid off at 26. After 26, you can't get mid.
You're not 26. You're 25.
I'm 26.
Yeah, you're mid. Yeah, you're late 20s.
What? Is this considered? This is me. Yeah.
But nah, but I get what you're saying though, because
So you think it's attractive? Sorry, you think it's attractive when a man doesn't crave sex all the time,
Yeah.
or just like is not like very like forward?
No,
with,
no, not all the time. Like, we're all human, right? But like,
Yeah.
when a man is just like, you know, like some people just go on like they've never got a pussy in their life. You're just like, what?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
What? Like, that's the easy part.
I have a very high
That's-
sex drive.
That's very no. Listen, I don't want to count myself out of that either. But it's just like a level of age or I've gotten. Like, I've done that part. That's cool.
But to
That
what
can get
degree?
done.
Like, would you tell a man, yo, like if you're
Must be crazy.
if you're starting,
What
no,
are we
I'm
saying? Must
saying
be
if you're
crazy.
starting to see someone, would you tell a man, yo, like I'm not really trying to have sex for like a while, like months. while we're
If I'm
talking?
like
Would you
serious
say
about
that?
like settling down
Yeah.
with him, yeah, that's something very.
I don't
likely
know
to
if
come up.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I could.
so wait, you're saying you would tell a man I'm not like before you guys said like I'm trying to hold off having
Nah,
sex?
probably not. But like say for example, like it's a man that like I really want to be with. At some point, I'm gonna be like, yo, just chill the fuck out. We're
But
good.
like before you've ever had sex, or like
Nah,
you've
I
dabbled
mean,
and
knowing
then
myself,
say,
I mean,
yo.
realistically, it's probably after, right? Like, it's probably we've already done the done, whatever. The
I
case
feel
is.
like that's a little bit different.
It's a little hypocritical, but it makes sense in my mind, right?
So okay, you meet a guy, you really like him,
Yeah,
you've already done the do.
You
Yeah.
have sex,
Yeah, you have sex, and now
We're
you're like,
grown.
okay, maybe let's
and now no more sex.
yeah,
not,
like
no more sex.
you know how people have those talks like, yo, I'm gonna put a baby in you. It's like, all right, put a ring on my finger. Like, all right,
Okay, yeah.
like that's okay. All right, do that.
That's the conversation every time.
Yeah, but I'm also 29, right? I'm gonna be 30. I have a 5-year-old. I've also had a kid. I've already done all that stuff. It's like that's the easy part. It's good temporary, and it's just via the years that I put in.
So you want to be celibate together?
I mean, I guess, yeah, like. Yeah, because if I'm really like serious about a man, yeah, like I'm not gonna go fucking other men. If I'm
No, but I mean like even with him, like we're not really gonna have sex for the next couple weeks.
yeah, it could
You
be.
can do couple weeks, but like
Hell no.
months.
I can confidently say like I haven't
You
gone
couldn't
like
do couple weeks.
Yeah.
If I'm with him, like couple week kid,
It's
if
just all
I'm
about
with him,
discipline.
not having sex with him for a couple weeks,
Yeah.
not happening.
Couple weeks.
Couple
You couldn't
weeks?
do couple
I could do
weeks.
couple weeks.
If he's in my vicinity, like if
Yeah.
we live together, he's in my city. What the fuck? We not fucking
You
for a
couldn't
couple
do
weeks?
couple
You can do couple
weeks.
weeks.
Why? Why are we doing that? Why?
But you couldn't do 2 weeks
No sex with my man.
for 2 weeks.
I'm itching.
And then
Not
you-
in a bad way. I'm
but then-
itching like I'm feeling.
Yo,
Hey, no, let me.
we know who not to put on what's that show?
Love is blind.
No, Too Hot to Handle.
I'm itching as in like,
Those
bro,
are
like
2
I'm
weeks.
gonna want to have sex.
You would struggle with a long distance relationship.
No,
though.
I'm saying if he's in my vicinity, like I say, whenever if I'm in a long distance thing and I see him, we are fucking all the time. Like, if I'm long distance and I'm with him for a week, we are fucking twice a day.
Oh my god.
If it's long distance, like something like that, I mean,
absolutely. If
let's just be realistic. If you have a person that's long distance,
okay, well, yeah, you have to maximize the time that you have with
But
them.
even if he lives in my vicinity, why are we going 3 weeks without a little shucky ducky?
Okay, Laura.
3 weeks is a little long. That's I'm just saying.
What'd you say?
3 times a day, every day. I didn't miss a day.
What did she say? Four times a day
is
for
a
20
liar.
years?
Yeah,
But-
she's a liar.
But can we add that, like, you know me, park car conversation style, like positivity. You said you want to start a fast soon, right? I talk about that. You having sexual fast
Of alcohol.
whatever
He
the
said
case
not
is. It's
pussy.
alcohol. Shout out to everyone who was on the month of Ramadan. Like, it's done now. You guys did great. You know, like, fasting is something like super underrated to the masses, like to the super masses that like I think people should do. Like, if you abstain from sex with your partner for a little bit, you'll realize like, yo, how much you actually fuck with them. Like, I don't need your dick. I don't need pussy to do that.
But
Like,
that's also why I kind of like long distance, though. Like, to me, I really I
makes you
enjoy.
wait?
It makes me wait.
I feel that.
And
I don't like it. I don't like it. I wanna see you on
I
Friday.
genuinely enjoy long distance. Like, I don't know. Like, I like the talking to you all the time and not even being able to have sex. Because to me, I'm a very sexual person. I like to have sex. Especially my man lives here. We are fucking regularly. Do not be like, oh, why are you not fucking today?
Talk,
That's just me.
Talk.
So, but I like the long. Like, you get that, like, oh, I get to miss you, I get to talk to you, but you're physically not here, but you're still here with me. I think about you all the time. You know what I'm saying? I like that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why long distance to me has never been a problem. Because as long as we're communicating all the time, like, I'm good.
That's an element of it, though. Like, when you get into reality and you really have to be around that person all the time and you know, find out who they are and see what they're like when they lose their phone or when the internet goes out, you know? Like, it's behavior is a little different than that, you know,
Yeah. I don't
that
know.
long distance dynamic.
I mean, realistically, I could go 3 weeks without fucking my man, but I'm going to be kind
You
of
should be able.
cheese.
A long distance is okay, but like, honey, you gotta live together.
It goes into the question that I posed very well, and I think it kind of answers it.
What?
Is it easier for men or women to be celibate? Sounds a lot harder for women.
I don't think so. I think it's easier for women.
I think it's easier
Yeah?
for us, too.
because women have more like
Didn't we talk about this?
women have more.
Did we? I don't think we did. I think
Women
we wrote it down and
have
we never
women
did.
have more contraband that they could please themselves with than men do.
So you're saying the sex,
No, I'm kidding.
the jackhammer?
They have like the
rose?
jackhammer, the rose, the like one that's like attached to the pole that's
think-
automatic.
You think the
The
rose
tongue?
is beating Jill?
The tongue that squirts the water out.
I don't know. Jill be holding it down.
Who's Jill?
Jill?
Who's Jill?
What?
Jill's
you
your
named your
fingers?
hand? What?
No one ever knew that joke growing up.
What is Jill?
If you hold your hand up, you're right. It spells Jill.
Wait, right hand.
How does it spell Jill?
J.
Oh, Jill. Oh,
Racy double L.
I'm way too old to be using my fingers.
J-
See?
I was
We're
talking
too
about
old.
men. No, I was
See?
talking about men.
Oh,
not-
sorry.
Yeah, because as a guy, you can't have sex toys. People will look at you weird.
You can't have sex what?
Sex toys
talked
as a
about
man,
this too.
people will look at you weird.
You're a freak, boy. Oh, whoa.
Like you're
Because
about to
what
get
happened
sued.
if you went to a guy's house?
I don't know.
What happened if you went to a guy's house
I don't want to have it.
and you dropped your phone
Nah.
on the floor
have
and you went
no
on
lie.
your floor,
No lie.
you went on his floor to look and you saw something
Not
peeking out
time.
from under his
Some
bed.
silicone
That time,
leg.
I
And you
don't know.
pulled it
Silicone
out and
booty?
you pulled it out and it was an ass. Like an ass with like a coochie.
What's going on?
What would you do? It was like a silicone
Wow.
ass.
I won't lie, I'm leaving.
What is
still.
that?
I'm
What do
leaving.
you
Or if
use
you're in
that
the midst
for?
of it and he goes, use my fleshlight on me.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
He requests
No,
it.
no, like I'm actually out of there. Like, no, like
Because if you switch
sorry.
that around, that's like using a vibrator on a
It
girl.
is for
Which is
sure.
normal practice,
But
right?
it's way weirder if it's a guy.
Where
Why
did
am
they
I
use
just,
that?
I'm
Double
just jerking
stand?
your
Huh?
dick.
Where
with
did they
this
use that?
What,
silicone
fleshlight?
pussy.
Yeah, on their dick or
Yeah.
their other side.
No.
Other side.
Have you
The
never?
booty
Do
hole?
you
She's
not
saying
know
other
what a
side, and
fleshlight
you're
is?
saying no.
No, I'm saying. Wait, what are you
You're
saying?
saying they use it on the back side.
No, I say I usually on the penis. That's what the booty. It's a booty. A
That's how
silicone
much
booty.
I don't know because I'm not interested, not entertaining that. Yo, dude, stay far from me with that. When I need that, trust me, you're good over here, baby. You don't need to bring any of those things over here. Let it be known, okay? Make that shit known.
Yeah, but I think with women, there's a certain age. I think every woman should have a sex toy. And that's why I say I'm too old to be using my hands. Because once you like finger yourself, is just like, sorry, this is going to be family warning or whoever listening. When you're self-pleasuring with your hands, you're not getting the same effect as you are with a vibrator or, you know what I'm saying, or one of those like roses or like those, even a fucking like shower head.
Obviously.
Like that is giving you like way better orgasm.
Do you know about that, Jephina?
The way she looked at me, of course she did. We just made very good eye contact. She knows about this.
I was thinking about tomorrow's schedule and what I need to do between the times of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Actually, that's what I was thinking about.
And that's use her shower head. But that might
I know what that is. I was forwarding conversation. When we
But
anyway,
I think all women after a certain age should invest in getting a toy.
Let me tell you, woman, you could save a lot of bodies if you fucking use those toys.
Word.
Facts. You don't need him to do that.
But that's what we said.
you do.
No, but that's what
You
we
do.
said.
No.
But that
You
is
don't.
exactly what we said
You
when
don't.
we said that, yo, if you, as a guy, if you let one off, you might not link a lot of the girls that you've linked.
It's facts.
Because your
No.
mind is clear.
That $150 for dinner is starting to make a lot less
The
sense.
Uber
after
here,
you
the
let one
Uber
off.
back, like.
I can listen. I have 5 brothers, eh? I have 5
So
brothers.
you know what we go through?
Yeah, I know what time
Five
it is.
brothers,
I have 5 brothers,
goddamn.
and if you know my dad, you know. I know what time it is, right? It's like, yo, you don't need the sex thing, like on a mature thing, okay? I'm gonna act like the OG here. I'm gonna act like a big woman here. Okay, I've done it all. I've been a mom for 5 years. Sex is the easy part. Fucking is the easy part. You know what I mean? Like there's a level of mental connection that sex doesn't even touch. Like you could touch somebody and you could touch somebody and shit can happen without you even taking your clothes off. Like, you know, there's a level of intimacy, right? So I want to also spread that to the maybe the younger generation who hasn't fucked as much. That sounds kind of crazy, right?
I hope they haven't.
But
They should
I
have been fucking
agree.
in high school.
But
But I'm not
age?
even gonna lie, I agree though. Like, and I've said that to like my younger family members, like my nephews and them. I'll tell them, like, yo, like, it's not that serious. Like, you don't
Yeah.
need to be having sex. And I feel like
You
when you're
don't.
young and you hear older people saying that, you're just like, okay, like whatever.
It's true.
But when you get older, you really take it in, like, because I agree with you. Like, when you're 16, you don't need to be having sex. What are you having sex for at
It's
16?
unnecessary.
Because what are you doing? Like you said, it's not going to be, like, lit. It's not going to be pleasurable. And you're still running the risk of getting someone pregnant or catching something. Like, there's not really an upside of having sex at a very young age. Like, it's really not that deep.
I have a semi-deep question. What's like your favorite like form of intimacy that's not sex?
Probably holding each other.
Why you?
That's easy.
You
Why is
like
that-
got excited?
why
like
is
you
that
wouldn't-
so
Yeah,
hard?
what?
I
Like,
have
if-
an answer.
if-
Yeah, I
if-
just
if-
know my answer to this question.
What is it? Don't use something corny like kind
Don't
of.
know
what?
if I can answer that one, big man. I don't really know.
Yeah, you know, like this
He's
is
like,
a hard thing to answer.
I don't love women. I'm not an intimate man.
Say the question again.
What is your favorite form of intimacy that doesn't involve sex?
form of intimacy?
Yeah, like something that's very intimate that you do with your partner, your girl, or whoever.
This is
but
for the
it's
man
not
number.
sex.
Can I answer?
Very
Yes.
open-ended question.
Like when a man just holds me, like if you just hold me and like there's no anything.
You know what I like that's like not really a sexual thing that can be very intimate is silence. I like when I can be around someone and just no one says anything. There's no like audible noise from either one of us, and it's just we're on the same page and it's cool, and like that is a very intimate thing that I enjoy if you can achieve with someone else.
I like that.
I like that.
a lot.
Silence is
that.
cool. I
Yeah.
appreciate if you can do silence.
I really like that.
I
hit.
do.
I get what you
Yeah,
mean.
that was
That
good.
was one of those fucking memes you post, right?
I get
I
what
do
you
like
mean.
that.
I like that.
Because I feel like
That's a good answer.
if you
That's a-
have
Give
to,
yourself a round of
That's a
applause.
good
That was a
answer.
very good answer.
Now you're making me feel like I don't say shit. Fuck you. Not giving no round of applause. I drop bars.
Is that
I say
negative,
things on
or
this
is that
podcast.
real?
You're making it sound like it's the first.
Thank you. I really enjoy. I think I enjoy silence too. Like I
Round of
like a
applause for
man
silence.
I can be around where it's like I don't feel like I have to keep conversation. Like we can just be cool
I feel
and
that.
silent.
because I
Because
know
and I
that
just
realistically,
enjoy your
yo,
presence.
let's
That's a
take
level
this
of
in.
intimacy,
It
yeah.
is.
People hype this honeymoon shit up. Okay, 2 years in, that shit's rocky. Like, do I want to be with you forever?
Yeah.
then the fucking 5 more, the 10-year. I mean, I'm not speaking from experience, but I'm just speaking from what I see, right?
Yeah.
At some point, you're not gonna like your partner all the way through. There's gonna be days you wake up and you're just like, I fucking do not want to be with you. You're a fucking idiot to me. Like, you're just you know when you're angry,
You'll see them lose their phone or internet go out, and you find out who they are.
Yep.
right? And that's just part of commitment. That commitment overrides like your feeling. Like, yo, I committed to you. I'm solid. Let's do this. Versus that other shit. Because trust me, long-term relationship is not easy. Ask people who are 65, like, they will love each other. They'll die out of heartbreak because their partner died and they
Do you
die.
think
soon
our
after.
generation like is built like that though?
Yeah, I think
since
so.
we have so many options
I mean, it's not
No,
the,
like
it's
what?
not the norm.
Sorry.
like that to just like stick through it with somebody.
If you when the right person comes along, I feel like you'll always know.
I don't know.
Even if that person is fucked up and you experience a lot of fucked up things with them, you'll be like, yo, in my lifetime, I was destined to love you. I don't know what's making me love you or the rest of them, but I fuck with you. I feel like there's at some point you'll reach that point.
But I feel you on the silence thing, because do you know those ones when like you're chilling with a girl or something and she's just like chatting and chatting and chatting, you're like, oh, like just like just be quiet.
Yeah, I feel like that with a man sometimes.
can just be silent.
Isn't it true?
Like,
That's why it's like,
be quiet.
Like what we're
What's
saying
that?
is like,
I
oh, the
feel
way
like
that
we're
she just shuts
man
the
Yeah,
fuck up is amazing.
definitely.
Like, just, like it sounds like I'm saying
Anyone
something
over
bad.
emotional is a turnoff.
Over emotional.
Yeah, anyone, whether it's a man or a woman,
But
people
even-
who are normally over emotional, for the most part, will get flack. It's just like, yo, you're thinking about this too hard. You're all right. You're good. It's man or woman, but people who overthink things get flames.
Even
Just
just,
you didn't answer the question. Sorry.
yeah, what's
I
your
don't have an
form of
answer.
intimacy?
I genuinely don't have an answer. Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
What's yours?
I like similar to yours. Like I like the holding, but I just like not massaging sexually, but kind of like like you body map someone. What? But not like body mapping
that's
in
a
like
nice way
a
to say
sexual
it.
way, but like body mapping, like 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 you're looking like just then literally like looking at their body, like you know what I'm saying? Like I
That's a
genuinely
very
like
nice way
that.
to say it.
I feel I know what you mean.
That's
I don't know
that's a
what body
beautiful way
mapping
actually
is.
to say. That was beautiful.
What is body mapping?
That was very
So it's
intimate
like-
for Zoe, yeah.
Right,
Nice
that was
job.
very
yeah,
intimate.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
be
Let's
a
get
lover
round of
girl.
applause for
What?
that.
Make that real. Make that a real.
But what's body mapping? Like,
That one,
okay,
that's a real worthy.
North Pole, South Pole.
How many? What's there? What?
What's body mapping?
It's like learning someone's body, like
Say like someone. I mean,
Yeah.
No, Zoe,
right.
say some feminine shit. Do it.
let's
go.
I was gonna show him. But
Yeah.
go.
It's like learning someone, like you learn like, oh, like where like their scars are, or like, like where like their funny like bone is, or like, like are they ticklish? Like you just like touch them in different ways, but like you kind of like learn things about their body that's not sexual.
Okay.
You can body map in a sexual way too about like, like, oh, like this turns me on, whatever. You can body map like, oh, like physically about you. Like this is like,
Okay, I
like,
get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
Yeah.
learning their physical characteristics.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Like if it's
Like
my
if I
man,
touch you right here, your arm's gonna go like this.
I'm even like, yo, if I'm holding my man's hand, it's like, yo, like that's my hand. Like I know we don't like possess people, we
Yeah.
experience people, but like yeah, that's like my hand. Like I know like the
Like
crevice
you
of your
could,
hand.
like you could
I
tell
can- I
that
can grab the
person's
back of
hand
your
if
neck.
your eyes
Yeah,
were
I can grab the
closed.
back of your neck. And I know
Yeah.
that, that's
Like if I rub the back of his neck long
My
enough,
Like if
man,
you
I
it's
can
my
touched,
man,
get.
it's
if
my
you
man.
touched 5 hands, you'd know which hand is
Yeah.
his.
Yeah,
Like
like
for example, if I were to like close my eyes and like rub 5 back of the necks, I would know which one's my man's.
right.
Do you think you would know that? If you rubbed the back of
run my
5
hands
girls'
around.
You know what I'm
necks,
talking
would you know which back of the neck is your girlfriend's back of the neck?
Sorry, I hope so.
Or getting familiar with their scent. Like this is also
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not trying to be too feminine because I hate giving away like
Like
my soft
natural scent or like their what they
side. Both. A reason why I really like stealing guys' clothes I'm talking to is I love to smell them. Like when I wear like the guy I'm talking to his clothes, like when I wear his t-shirt, I'm in heaven. Like I genuinely just love to smell it.
It's cute.
Don't cut that out. People can't know that I'm soft.
clip it.
No, this is great. Be
Clip it.
vulnerable.
Put on a
Clip it.
persona because I don't. I mean, I'll be honest.
Clip it.
I don't know. Is that no? The first time I really meeting. Like,
Clip
do you
it.
think you put on a persona where people think you're like unemotional or unavailable in that way?
I don't put on a
a great
persona,
question.
but I definitely hide it. Like this is still me,
you
but I
know
hide
deep
the soft
down
side
that
for
you
sure.
have a soft side,
Oh,
but you're just, like-
absolutely. I'm a soft.
Yeah,
I'm
because
soft
people
as
think
baby
Zoe's just
shit.
like,
So
you know?
Car conversation. Let's bring it back, okay? This is a collab
I be
right now,
thinking
right?
Period.
Collab.
It is.
What about you makes you feel like you have to like fend that? Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
like,
get her, Jephina. Get her.
like
Get her.
you about to. Nah. Like, what is it? Have you ever thought about what makes you like that?
Why do you feel like you need to hide that?
Now
side?
y'all trying to bring out my therapy. I think because I've always had to be very mature. Like most of my life, like, you know,
Yeah.
my dad passing really young and I was like the oldest sibling. I feel like I've always had to like be okay and make sure I was okay to make sure, you know, everyone else is okay. And if I was to cry, you know, I don't want to affect other people. So I feel like I've always had to, you know, mask how soft I am so people it's not a domino effect of me affecting other people. Because I know if I cry, my mom will cry. Then my sister will cry. You know what I'm saying? So I've always tried to like be like the okay one to try to hold everything together, which just comes out of every other.
Deep down,
Relationship.
no cameras on right now. Does it ever get exhausted? Do you ever
Yeah.
be like, yeah,
Yeah.
and then it feels like,
Yeah.
and you're just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm human.
For sure.
I feel soft right now. This is
I don't know
affecting
why.
me.
It's a safe
I gotta
place,
put up
so
a
you
safe
can talk to
face
us.
right now, but that shit
No.
is hard as fuck.
Literally.
You can tell us
It
shit
is.
though. It's okay.
Ew. Don't be stupid.
We can talk. Is there something on your mind?
No.
Okay.
Trey's like, cut this fucking shit out right
So
now.
that's cheese. Like,
then give
I
it.
told you no serious
Honestly,
shit.
it's even a real conversation between, like, I mean, we're gal that we've never met ever, right? It's
Yeah.
just like a
Girl.
real, yeah.
It is real.
We're growing through what we go through. Life will show you certain things where you feel like you gotta.
Yeah.
Remember, like I said, I mean, I don't know if I said it actually. I was on a therapist call earlier trying to figure shit out. I'm like, I have an avoidance mechanism.
Yeah.
When shit gets to a certain point where it's like a little, it stresses me, it takes my energy off. If you guys can't tell by now, I'm a very, you know, upbeat. I like to stay in that positivity. When it challenges that, I'm just like, I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah. You're like,
It
okay,
just
no, I'm out of here.
But in the darkest hour, when I can't sleep,
Yeah.
smoke too much weed and fucking up. I'm like, yo, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
God, what are you trying to teach me right now? I have those moments where I think deep about like why I feel the way I feel, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that like I don't know what to do with some of those answers yet, but I pray about that, Zoe. I pray about that, Esther. I'm like, God, show me what this is supposed to mean.
Facts.
What am I supposed to learn out of this? I want to be the best version of me, and God, you know my heart. That's how I really feel. How can I get there? Yeah, that's what I heard. That I was like, is that? Or is that?
Yeah. I feel like
Keep
I think
managed.
people who know me know I'm soft though. Cause even like my friends are like, yeah, like we know, like once you get to a certain like
Yeah.
point or whatever, like we know like you're soft as shit. Like you're not as hard as you make it seem.
Yeah, that's okay. I commend you for it. It takes a lot out of you to just, you know, show up
Facts.
as strong presenting when
Yeah.
sometimes you don't want to feel like that. I feel that. Big shout out to Zoe.
Anyways,
Recent tribute. Yeah, you know.
what else you guys have for me? Is that it?
Nothing.
about
It's time to
that
wrap it
time.
up.
Yeah, it's about that
I
time.
was just saying, are we ending it off that very nice?
I wanna-
Yes, let's end it on that
I
note.
want to say no. Honestly, I'm thankful. Like coming in, I knew Trezor. I did not know either of you. You know, like it just
Met you downstairs on the way in.
yeah, like just good vibes. Like remember that analogy I said, the man who just couldn't piss me off. The man could have flicked me that day in
Yeah.
the car. The man could have fucking told me suck your mother. Could have thing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm going home.
that's
That
good.
level of unbothered, like I felt that today. Like it's just cool. You guys talked to me about my baby father. Some baby mamas would be out here just like this. You know what I mean? It wasn't one of those. I'm fortunate that like you guys had me on here, Trezor. Thank you for having me. It's
Yeah, we've
dope.
been have you on for a while because Trezor is like, I'm very also reluctant on bringing people on because
Very.
He's the
especially,
worst.
okay, I'm not
People
the
stop
worst.
asking
Did you
me to
have a
come on
bad
the
review
show.
of me?
She needs to
No,
know
I had a
that.
great
Talk
review.
Talk truth. You had a bad review
So
of
I'm
me?
always skeptical. I'm like, bro, I've
No,
never met
she
her.
just
I'm like,
hates
it's-
people
No,
that
that's
she
not
doesn't
true.
know.
I'm very skeptical
So
because
we-
I feel like people might come on and say this is gonna piss me off and that show's gonna go completely left. So I told him like, bro, I'm like, is she cool? He's like, she's one of the coolest girls I've ever met. And I'm like, okay.
I did say
He
that.
literally said word
verbatim.
for word, like word for word. And I said, okay, I'm like, I trust him. Like, let's have her on. I'm like, as long
Real
as she's
one.
not wild or crazy. or
I
having
didn't
some
say that for
crazy
time. I was
takes,
like, bro, we need to get Jephina
Jephina on.
on.
And I'm like, bro, I'm down.
He's
Like,
been,
yeah.
yeah,
so-
and I'm
Yes, he has
thankful.
been.
It was you. Why you
Put it
haven't been on
Yeah, I
earlier.
feel like we've tried to get you on a few other times.
was
And it was like
her.
you were busy or
Don't
you weren't
try
here.
and be brand new. Come on, do it on camera. With y'all got that.
Put your tongue back in your mouth, bro.
But thank you for coming. I'm very grateful to have you on.
Yeah,
Like I said,
it was dope.
I'm very skeptical, but I'm glad you're very
Relentless
beautiful.
Diaries,
light.
but we made it though.
Literally.
We moved.
This one was a nice, cool, calm podcast. Next time we're gonna have an OnlyFans shorty on.
Oh God! Every day you want to
We
go
are?
to the.
We never got to the fact.
could set that up.
Wait, really
Yeah.
quickly. We never got to the fact. If you would let your girl, if you could come up like 500K in 6 months off of an OnlyFans foot page, would you let your girl go and
Yes.
sell foot pictures?
Yes,
Question
next
for the
question. Let's go.
audience.
Yep. It's just she's just posting her
Just
feeds.
foot pictures.
What's
nothing
mine
else.
is yours, babe. Like,
I'm taking the pictures.
Oh my God!
I just want to know because
I'm
trust me,
taking the
people
pictures.
are like, yo, we could be
I'm
rich
taking
already.
the
You're
foot
pictures.
pics,
playing.
easy.
I'm just her foot.
Get the bag.
I'm taking the pictures.
Okay, and let's say it's a little more. It's foot and thigh. Is it too much now? Are we extending too much?
The thigh's too much, Trey.
Foot and thigh is too much. He said, "Yup."
Look at, but what
I can
part
allow
of the
the thighs
thigh?
still. I
Like
can allow the thighs
side
still.
thigh or like your like
It's time to cut the podcast now. Podcast.
Yeah, like-
it's time to cut the
Everyone,
podcast.
thank you for episode 7 for tuning in to Relentless Diaries
Yeah.
with Miss Jephina.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, thank you for coming.
follow her. Plug your socials.
Yeah,
What-
plug your
what's
socials. Make everyone follow you.
JLUECHE. Tune in. I hope something reaches you, and if something doesn't reach you, connect with me. I genuinely like people. Holler at me. We'll make it work
and have some good parked car conversations.
park our
Relentless.
conversations. Remember that.
Like Zoe mama, I go
Relentless.
what up, Zoe?
Relentless.
What up, Zoe?
Relentless.
Shut the fuck up, Clyde. Except Trey.